Hello, and welcome to Plastic Age Plays, where today we are doing a belated World AIDS Day charity stream because our friend Tric, who plays with us on Mondays on Scarredlands Family Affair, asked us to, and we were like, hell yeah, it's a good cause. So there is a donate button that I have tried to move to as convenient a location to find on the homepage where you might click to donate to that wonderful cause. As you may be aware from watching the channel, pretty much everyone on our show is American, which means that like an aspirin costs $500 if we have to go to a hospital. So as you might imagine, healthcare can get a bit pricey when someone is immunocompromised. So things along those lines, it's a good cause to support. So we are playing in a setting that Tric is currently working on with characters, creatures, and scenarios that are currently being built. So this is something of a live play test. I had the pleasure of running through it as a player a few days ago, so hopefully my memory will stick well enough and I will be able to follow the notes well enough that I won't embarrass us all too badly. Please do be a little patient as we're looking over character sheets because we're playing characters that are 10th level. And as if you're familiar with 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, there's an awful lot of abilities that wind up in your hopper by that point. So bear with the players as they look over their characters. And yeah, we're going to dive right in. So the player characters are each members of the Zotl race, a aquatic species that have sort of a rich, I guess, for lack of a better term, druidic tradition, or at least a connection with the elements. There is a female sort of almost, I guess, father figure, for lack of a better term, often referred to as the Elder Mother, who has come to you all from one of the nomadic tribes after noticing an increasingly distressing phenomenon. The area surrounding where they were hunting most recently seems to be suffering from some sort of a disease or some sort of a taint. The lands are empty of wildlife. The animals they find are desiccated and dying. What little is left alive is crumbling and decaying. The area has succumbed to an unnatural cold, and the water feels heavy. The Elder Mother has made their way to the Five-Colored City, which is where you are all presently at. They ask for assistance, as she can't afford to have her tribe's hunters leave for too long to investigate. She does have a guardian with her, and that will be our barbarian. So your position is to sort of serve as the Elder Mother's guardian and keep her safe. That is the expectation. At the Elder Mother's request, there's been a small gathering of the leaders of the city to determine the best course of action. And the council has basically asked each of you to participate for one reason or another. So we're gonna go around the group, have you introduce yourselves, have you introduce the character you're playing, and let's discuss a little bit, just real quick, what might your character have been asked for or offered to bring you aboard. And we'll start with Ailey. Ailey, go ahead and give us your pertinence, and I guess we've covered what brought you here,
right? Yes. I am playing a fighter named Uweli Cattle.
I love it.
Pretty sure I pronounced that correctly.
That's awesome. And Excellent. Next up, we have Sarah. Give us your pertinence.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm playing a barbarian shaman, who I've named Tric.
Love it.
And I'm here to protect and escort the Elder Mother.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. So I think I got your roles backwards. I thought Ailey was playing the barbarian. So you're there to protect the Elder Mother.
Yeah.
So Ailey, what might the council have dangled in your face to try to get your attention to get you involved?
I guess I'm kind of here to clear the name of my order because it seems like the Elder Mother kind of blames us for some of the environmental issues, but hasn't really told us why. So I'm kind of here to make peace. Be like, no, we're on your side. It's cool.
Cool. I love it. And then that brings us to Fran. Please give us your details.
Well, my character's name is Threlenek, and my job is to establish truth, whether it is ugly or not. And my only real issue is to go find out what exactly is happening, and to get that information back to the main council. I'm playing a rogue, but basically my character's more sort of an inquisitor type, and not necessarily a terribly pleasant person.
Excellent. Sounds like some interesting hooks. And then last up, we've got Chaz. Please give us your pertinence.
So I will be playing Manny, a paladin who, much like our barbarian friend, was also protecting an elder mother. But at some point, no matter how much you protect, age takes its course. And so now my elder mother is dead. But I'm still protecting my elder mother, making sure her coffin is safe and not desecrated by those vandals. However, because she doesn't move around a lot, I have a lot of free time. And so I just take odd jobs and meet people and have fun. But I can always get back to my elder mother very quickly if need be.
You can't find a new Elder Mother to protect?
I think I'm just dedicated to this one. And I just hang out with her and that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a grave guardian, not necessarily generational either, because your paladin type is effectively undead or undead adjacent. So you're
I have
kept alive to preserve their burial space.
Oh.
You have what? What were you gonna say?
Vessels that partially in.
Right. Okay, so you gather up, are free to share whatever information you'd like to, but the Elder Mother does want to get you going relatively quickly. While you're in the city, in an area where you can sort of have access to the most amount of resources, is there anything you'd like to try to get your hands on or do before you embark on this journey?
Make sure the Elder Mother has everything she needs.
Excellent. She says, my needs a few, but I appreciate your concern. Perhaps it's best we go. I can give us a general direction, but I think perhaps you would be best suited to serve as our actual guide, yes?
Damn.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a survival check as you start planning your route?
Ooh, I have that skill.
Comes in handy. Excellent. You're able to sort of plan a route that you're fairly certain is not going to be too dangerous. There's not so much roads, but there are underwater travel routes that the Zotl are more accustomed to taking than others, sort of similar to a spawning pattern that a fish might obey.
Are we both air and water, like
Amphibious?
amphibious? Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh, good.
I do not expect that will be an issue during the course of this adventure.
Okay.
But my understanding is I believe you are, yes.
So we're this adventure is taking place on land or in the water?
In the water.
In the water.
Very
in the
much
water.
underwater.
So, all right.
Yes, all of the locations are aquatic.
Yeah, you are very under much water, in fact, as well.
So as you're making your way toward the Elder Mother's group that she's referring to, and your character would be aware of this, Sarah, that they're nomadic. So they'll show up, they'll set up kind of a temporary settlement, kind of hunt the area until they've exhausted its resources, and then move along. Well, not exhausted, but till they've depleted the resources as much as is environmentally comfortable, and then they move along. So you know where that last camp was. You were there. Finding a relatively safe route's not too big of a deal for you. But if I could, let's go ahead and have you roll a d6 for me.
Bloop. 6.
Excellent. So you're sort of making your way there, and do you have any kind of preferred watch order that you're taking on down days? I believe there's at least one of you that doesn't actually require sleep.
Well,
I don't see anything on my character about not requiring sleep.
It
But
might be me, but I can't.
I think it may very well be the paladin. Otherwise, regardless though, who would be handling watches? What would be your plan?
well, I'd probably spend the first chunk of it making sure that the Elder Mother is all settled in and comfortable and whatever it is she needs. So I'm probably pretty distracted with that initially.
Okay.
And then maybe I'd take last watch.
Cool.
I will take
Make sure we're ready to go.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and drop me just a perception check on that first watch, Ailey.
And I just got confirmation that it is me, and so I'll just stay up all day, all night, and help out.
All right. So you can make your perception checks with advantage for your watches.
whereas I spend most of my time watching the rest of you.
I need that advantage there.
So good at this. Neat.
Wow. You don't see anything. Good job.
Yeah, but you.
Seems like the quietest and calmest waters you've ever been in during the first watch. Let's go ahead and get that second watch roll, if you don't mind.
I think that's you, Fran.
Oh,
You
sorry.
didn't call a watch, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless the paladin asks me to do watch, I'm not actually standing for one. So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, when the paladin asks, I get a 29 on.
Good God.
Mhm.
Excellent. Your first 2 nights of camp are absolutely safe, secure. The biggest concern that you have is a few somewhat aggressive fish swim near your camp, but not near enough that you feel the need to rouse the rest of the party. And they kind of fuck off after a brief, checking around of the area kind of sizing you up and deciding you're not worth the fight. But as you break camp and you're starting to look for a place on the third day, you come to a clearing, which is where you see yourselves now. And if you might imagine the foggy areas on this map as being actually waves of water, unfortunately, the waves option is not available to us today. But you come to this sort of clearing, and you can definitely, given how perceptive you've been throughout this trip, you certainly notice some movement up behind that pillar to your immediate north.
I can see kind of a green thing on the map.
And just FYI, your next destination, the direction you're heading, is up where I'm pinging, basically, if you can see that. So in the far upper northeast corner.
So we're going to have to pass that, whatever that is?
Whatever that thing is, yeah.
Would anyone like to scout ahead with me to make sure the way is safe? I think there's something past those obstructions.
You can definitely see that there's a movement, almost as if something is treading water, something fairly large.
Anyone like to investigate with me?
I'll come with you, although I'm not the quietest.
Well, neither am I.
Then yes, let us make a potential new friend.
Do we have to choose a daily blessing at the beginning of each day?
Yes. So please make that choice and notate it. Thank you for thinking of that, because I would have forgotten.
Yep. And when the paladin volunteers to be the sneaky one, I step up and say, no, brother, I will do it.
Oh.
Yes, you are better at bringing the friends into the fold. I will stay back.
Do you want me to just scout with you? I am not all that stealthy, though.
Fine, I can do it myself.
I'll go with you. I don't.
Just to be clear, by the way, my character is kind of horrifying, and I say this, as if anybody is looking at the character icons and everything, we are all kind of, really interesting species of fish people. I am flayed and scarred and self-mutilated and grouchy and basically incredibly off-putting to everybody except the paladin and the elder mother.
And which one are you?
I am Threlinek, the rogue. So my job is basically to find people who have made mistakes, and I am assuming all of you, except for the paladin, of course, because paladins don't make mistakes. An elder mother, because, have made mistakes. So. And
Zilak, who doesn't look like a fish person? Is that just the icon, or
it's just the icon? They look like the rest of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I want to tap you on the back and say, "Have at thee," and I will cast Shield of Faith on you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna do swimmy then.
Excellent. Why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth check, if you don't mind?
Stealth. All right, there that is. 18.
Beautiful. So yeah, you're actually able to sort of dip around, and as you do, you notice some sharp movement from behind that pillar. Like whatever it is, sort of like was tracking your movement and then lost it maybe and was trying to shift.
Is going
better.
Where? Yeah.
As you get to the edge, you can clearly see what appears to be a rather large but somewhat emaciated dragon turtle. And it sort of peeks its head around, almost shyly, nervously, around the pillar, but does not actually see you. You're too low.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to skim back down to the rest of the group. It's only an animal, a dragon turtle, and a hungry one at that, not a very proficient hunter, apparently.
Dragon turtles. I thought they were intelligent. Are they not intelligent? Are they animals?
I mean, they're dragons.
Yeah, as I say, dragons aren't animals. I mean,
They're not of the people, though.
Well, do we have food for the creature?
You're each carrying 2 weeks worth of rations if that's not marked on your sheet.
I think any food we give it's going to make a difference. It's too big. We'll just be wasting our food.
Right?
What's that? You broke up,
Giving
Haley.
It's better than zero food.
True.
Any food is better than no food. That's true. It is sort of pacing back and forth behind this pillar. Why don't each of you go ahead and give me a insight check if you don't mind? As it paces back and forth and looks.
My insight actually go through? I don't think it actually did the thing.
Your helmet?
There we go.
Yeah. All right, so you're all fairly certain that this thing is, in fact, hungry. It doesn't seem to have any sort of aggressive intent toward you. And Threlnik, with your role, you can also tell that it is it's moving in almost like a protective pattern. Mm-hmm. Like there's something behind it doesn't necessarily want you getting.
Okay.
Can I roll nature to try to guess what it's protecting?
Yeah, absolutely.
11. Not great.
As far as you know, dragon turtles generally don't come down this close to the ocean floor. The only time that brings them down here is if they are either about to or have recently spawned.
That would explain why it's emaciated if it's been spending its time protecting its spawn and not hunting. Mm-hmm. So my guess is that it's protecting something, young or eggs or preparing to lay eggs there. Mother, should we feed it?
She says, I wouldn't recommend against it. If you feel we have enough supplies to get through.
Do I feel that we have enough supplies to get through?
You're each carrying a sufficient amount for 2 weeks of survival. The village, is about a 6-day trek from the city you left from, and you're on day 2 of that trek. So you're pretty sure that you could get away with giving away,
a day.
Yeah, a day each of your things without having any impact whatsoever. And that's if you didn't,
stop to forage.
Right, stop to forage. If you didn't stretch your rations out, you could probably get away with, cutting the amount of rations you consume in half without having too many big worries.
Well, I'm willing to give a day of my share of the rations if Mother is in agreement.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Pull out whatever that is. Some dried fish.
Yeah. Fish jerky.
Fish jerky. Lembas fish.
It's actually just a backpack full of goldfish flakes that are this wide. You eat them like pizzas. Zottel chefs are often seen in the background, like flipping them in the air. You produce your dried seaweed and fish jerky. And how are you going to present this to the creature?
Very carefully.
Always a good idea.
I guess I'll if no one else is volunteers, I'll swim up to it and sort of leave it a good,
I will
30
walk.
feet away.
I'll come welcome with you because I'm also.
And you seem hungry. Allow us to assist you.
Don't eat us.
All right, so you may all feel free to move yourselves up there as you wish to.
Here? I can't. There's the thing isn't gridded out, so I'm guessing how far away.
Yeah,
it is.
just use arrows.
Yeah, use your
Yeah.
arrows.
Oh, that's right.
It's gridded.
I forgot about the arrows.
So yeah, as you swim up to it, it kind of backs up at first to try to keep pace with you, and then you notice movement as two smaller turtles sort of emerge from the dirt and swim over to her.
Is Mother coming with us or staying by the?
She's hanging back.
Probably not a bad idea.
Right. Yeah. She's confident in your ability, but not so confident that you might not, get eaten.
Those are the cutest baby dragon turtles ever.
They're tiny and adorable, and they look like they're probably pretty hungry too. It looks like maybe the mother picked a bad spawning spot, or this was a good spawning spot, and then something changed.
Like the environmental effects we've been worried about.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like a good place to leave the food, and then
All
maybe
right.
step back.
Right. And she sort of
Food, get out of the way.
sniffs ahead, and the babies start sniffing like extra, vigorously. And she slowly paddles forward, the babies falling into kind of like a duck-like line behind her. And she grabs the rations and spins around and starts spitting them in the babies' mouths, turning her shelled back to you.
I'm laughing at the image of the icon upside down.
Once she's
Swimming on my back.
Righteous!
once she's
Oh my
done
god.
feeding the children, she spins back around to face you and sort of looks at all of you and starts sniffing at the water around you.
Backing up. Let's back away.
And she turns and starts swimming northward, and makes it probably 30, 40 feet and stops to look back at you. And then swims forward like another 10 feet and stops to look back at you.
Mother, I think she wants us to follow her.
Oh, well, that's an interesting idea. Sure, why not? I've heard worse plans. She kind of waits as she sees the Elder Mother swim up, and then kind of looks at you and looks back forward and looks at you and looks back forward.
Advancing. Well, I'm sticking within 10 feet of Elder Mother, though. So
And as you get closer, she sort of drops her tail on the floor, on the ocean floor,
The seafloor.
and the babies crawl up on her back,
Ah.
and she waits, sitting like that.
Do we have a new friend?
is she gonna give us a ride?
I'm gonna get next to the tail and see if she tries to kill me.
Go ahead and give me a. Let's do a animal handling or persuasion, whichever you prefer. roll as you approach and first start to touch her.
Okay.
So you approach and touch her, and as you touch her tail, she sort of curls her tail so that the end comes near your lower fins to give you an easier path up.
I'm going to swim on and then hug her back.
Excellent.
Okay. I will help Elder Mother onto the dragon turtle.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've ridden a dragon turtle.
Well, I've never ridden a dragon turtle, ma'am, so you...
So that's what the kids are calling it these days.
You're in for a treat. And she like starts wrapping like everything she can wrap around like pieces that are jutting out of the shell and like just really bracing herself.
Wait, hang on, everyone.
Yep.
And the dragon turtle carrying its babies and you sort of shoots off to the northeast as if it knows where you're going. You see it takes a bit of a wide angle, going further north than you would expect. Why don't you give me a survival roll, if you don't mind, Sarah?
Yep. Only if Astral is going to cooperate with me. There we go.
Excellent. So at first you're like, this is going to get us out of this is going to take us out of the way, but then you realize that there's a jet stream about probably a half hour's swim to the north. That if you tried to personally catch it, probably wouldn't do you a whole lot of good. It would probably be more harm than good. But riding on the back of a dragon turtle, this might actually shave some time off the trip.
Yeah. Don't have enough resistance to actually, not enough surface area to catch it.
Right.
What's it called? The Great Pacific something from Finding Nemo.
Exactly. Yes, exactly like that.
Except we're the clownfish.
your dragon turtle's a little less stoned. So you hop in, catch the stream, and it shaves about a day off of your trip when the dragon turtle finally breaks free of the stream and lets you off in another location. The area that you're dropped at appears to be perfectly safe and well scouted. No dangers, and you're able to sleep safely. Setting off on the next day, why don't you go ahead and give me another survival check if you're still going to be taking point.
Only because I have the skill.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're now that you've found this shortcut, you're able to sort of find a few other shortcuts that are going to shave another day off your trek. You're in pretty good shape. Go ahead and give me a D6 check if you don't mind, Ailey.
D6 check.
Beautiful. You travel along for the span of a day. Are you trying to, at this point, you're about 2 days out from the settlement. Are you trying to force march, or are you going to just go ahead and travel at a normal pace since you're already well ahead of schedule?
Normal pace. Yeah, I don't want to tire out the elder mom.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, thank you for your consideration. You're very polite. You're wonderful people."
It literally says I'm polite in my character notes, so I'm forced to.
You're able to find a safe camping spot on that, third day. Do you have anything you would like to do while camping? Anything you want to ask the Elder Mother about? Anything you want to investigate now that you're much closer to the area? You might be able to unearth some information, or do you just want to rest and keep and get back to pressing forward as soon as possible.
I am curious if this is an environmental, we're kind of heading toward where we think the hub is. Has the environment, has the area changed as we've traveled?
Why don't you drop me a nature check? Anyone who's proficient with nature, go ahead and make a nature check for me. If you're not proficient, you can still rely on a perception check, but you're going to be at disadvantage.
Proficient, but did not roll very good.
I have natural advantage on perception, apparently.
Excellent. So that will cancel your disadvantage.
Yeah. And I'm probably spending a lot of time sort of very, very, very politely and delicately probing the mother's recollection of events and everything, and collecting as much information as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll as well with advantage.
Okay.
She likes you. She doesn't have any...
Okay.
She's not trying to keep shit from you as far as you can tell.
I'm not very likable.
That's fair. So with your perception, you're the only one who really clocks it out of the entire group. But since you've come out of that slipstream, the water is probably 2-3 degrees Fahrenheit colder.
Wow. Yeah.
And that strikes you as especially odd because you know that this area, one of the reasons why it's frequented by nomadic hunters is because there are thermal vents in this region that attract the more warm-blooded or the more cold-blooded inhabitants of the sea. So that's very unusual. You would expect to maybe feel it getting warmer, if anything. As you're asking her about what got her, you're asking her like what turned her on to the fact that there was something wrong, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Basically just collecting as many of the facts as possible so that when I am interrogating people to find out more information, I can catch them out on any lies they might tell a little bit more easily.
Right. She explains that the first thing that they noticed was the absence of game. The hunting here is normally pretty good, so the fact that the hunting was pretty much non-existent was a big red flag. She had noticed the water definitely being colder in the camp, but doesn't remark on it being colder here than she expected. And she...
At that point, I would probably mention that is strange because it seems colder to me than it should be, given the hot vents in this area.
And when she says that out loud, the rest of you sort of clock that, like, oh yeah, it is a little nippy. I could use a hoodie. Is pretty much kind of the reaction that you have to that. But the elder mother nods and says, yes, the cold is definitely alarming. Now we had heard rumor of some surface dwellers doing some mining in this area, and I'm not certain if that may be connected. But I can't imagine any of their mining techniques would affect our thermal vents. If anything else, I would assume they would open more of them. With that, I'll let each of you give me a history check. Disadvantage.
Oh.
Well, oh, that's me.
So, Manny, you have something on the tip of your tongue. There's something that you think of, like, I know something that might cause this.
Right. It's like,
but you just can't summon it up.
You know, right? Like, it's the come on, what's the
pollution?
Yeah, that. Wait, is it that?
It's not. No, it's not like a pollution thing.
That's either really close or really far off. I can't tell yet, but it's
not
like
over hunting. This doesn't make sense.
Like, this has happened before. I know.
Discord.
And you struggle with it, and it frustrates you, and it makes it hard for you to fall asleep. Or, well, you don't sleep, so you actually you sit up all night just fucking driving yourself up the wall, not able to. And the harder you think about it, the less you can remember. It's shit. Where did I put my keys? For an entire 8 hours, while the rest of you take a long rest.
Good night.
And you set out. Were you going to ask something, Sarah? Sorry.
I said I've had that night in real life.
Absolutely. For real. And you set out the next day. As you do set out the next day, why doesn't our frustrated paladin go ahead and give me a D6 check?
D6.
Wonderful. And so you're making your way toward the where you expect to find the remnants of the temporary settlement. And as you do, you come upon sort of like an alcove, almost like a formation where there's a break in the currents, where it sort of sets everything away, and the water is very calm. Looks like it'd be a good place to set up some hunting traps or something along those lines.
So, would the residents have done that?
It's possible that they did. No, as far as you know, no one did while you were there. But you and the Elder Mother did leave to head to the city prior to them leaving the camp. Like, they were discussing, like, okay, we're not getting anywhere, let's break camp, when the Elder Mother and you left for the city. So it's possible they may have tried to come out here. This is still about a day away, and it's not in the direction you would have expected the migration to go. Having said that, why don't each of you just go ahead and let me know what your passive perceptions are, if you don't mind.
Mine is 17. No, it's insight. Perception 13. Sorry, my bad.
11.
Okay.
Fran's the high one.
Yeah, 26.
Your passive perception is 26?
This is how it should be for a rogue.
You have some kind of bonus going on there.
I'm pretty sure I do, yeah.
Yeah. Whew.
And what was yours, Chess?
11.
Okay. So as you're all swimming along, kind of la-di-da, this looks like a place we can sort of, take a breath or, just move through easily. Fran, you notice circling movement above you. And you recognize that movement to be a school of giant sharks. You recognize this in enough time to also recognize that they have seen you. And that they seem to be interested in you, quite possibly because one of you routinely flays themselves, and it kind of always smells a little bit like blood.
It's actually one of my worst fears, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow predators have fallen upon us, I say.
And just as you're able to get that out and everyone sort of registers their presence, that sounds like a good time for us to go ahead and have a good old-fashioned initiative roll.
I'm just putting where I would have started, which is next to the Elder Mother.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. No worries there.
Yeah.
And
Crap. Must tab between windows. Well, if it makes anybody feel better, my initiative bonus is kind of meh.
I know, the perception like that, you should have some kind of... I see it, I just can't act quickly.
right. Okay. That will get this party started.
I still came out in front?
You still came out in front.
Wow. It has been a weak day for everybody.
So you see, as of right now, they are circling, or they're kind of falling out of their circle pattern to come toward you. Right, toward a dive. The closest one to you right now is, looks like about 40 feet away.
Okay, 40 feet.
And distances are included on the map, so you are certainly able to use the measuring stick if you need to.
Oh, the thingy. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I'm being the evil bastard that I am, I'm going to why are you zooming? I don't want you to zoom, I want to scroll. I'm going to try to hide in the mud like a mud bug.
Right,
Stealth of 14.
Beautiful. You dig down into the mud. Now, is that like a cunning action hide, or are you just hiding?
I'm just gonna it's gonna be a cunning action. Can I cunning action hide and then hold my action? Probably not.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cunning action hide and wait for someone else to draw their attention so that while they're fighting them, I can stab them in the back.
Awesome. Go ahead and hit your end turn button if you don't mind.
Okie doke. Endo turno.
That brings us to Heretric.
There's no way to intimidate them to bugger off, is there?
You can certainly try.
With my -1, I'm not assuming I'm going to succeed. As much as I am a barbarian, I'm apparently not a very intimidating one. I am going to stand in front of the Elder Mother, or swim in front of the Elder Mother, and grr at them and be like, no, you don't want to deal with us, and wave my trident. And I'm wondering if it's worth it, but why not? I'm going to also activate my essence split just to see what this ability does. I make 3 of me.
Yes, so you duplicate into multiple characters.
With the hope that when they see there's even more of us, that maybe they'll leave us alone.
That's fair. I'll let you go ahead and perform that intimidation check then with advantage.
Okay. Not expecting much.
Are you using Squall, Maelstrom, or...
I think that only happens when I rage, not when I... Or does that also happen when I split? I think that only happens when I rage.
There are different types of duplicates you can...
Okay. Oh, okay.
Or does it... No, I'm sorry. It creates both of those when you...
Okay.
I was confusing myself, that's all. So you have you, and then the Maelstrom duplicate, and then the Squall duplicate.
Oh, Tric says you get all 3 when you split.
Right.
Oh, so I get a Maelstrom, a Squall, and a Gloom?
Yes.
This is going to be complicated.
And then you are not you.
And then I am not me, yes. I'm like a ghost somewhere observing all of this or something inexplicable.
So the barbarian literally explodes into action.
And please do tell does that that takes an action to activate, correct?
I haven't a clue. I'm assuming it does. You get a little when this is used.
Yes, it's an action.
Okay.
Okay.
And it lasts a minute.
So you will be able to switch between these characters using your switch character ability.
All right. That's going to be wonderfully confusing.
They each get an action, but only one of them can take the cast a spell action.
Yeah, I got that much. So, do they take an action now? Or
no, it took your action to do it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, and they're all protecting the Elder Mother.
Beautiful. Then that will bring us. Go ahead and.
Click on the thing. Yeah.
That brings us to Manny.
Manny will also swim up, and then Manny will cast Bless on everybody, and I guess we'll go Gloom, because Gloom is the closest one.
I don't even know if you can see Gloom. Gloom makes a gloom.
I'll cast Bless on whichever one I can see.
All right.
Oh.
So the the duplicates, or are you casting them?
Well, one on Ailey, one on Fran, and then one of the duplicates. We'll say
Maelstrom is probably the one that's
Maelstrom. Yeah.
That's the closest one. Yes.
Yeah. Apparently when the duplicates rage, they get special abilities. I guess I don't know.
I'm an angry Gloom. God, that sounds like a Pokemon.
really does.
Come on.
And so it is Oalika at Ol's turn.
We'll also move forward. In front of everybody. I will protect. I don't actually see any enemies, so guess
Do you not see the sharks?
I sure don't see sharks.
I sure don't.
Do the rest of you see the sharks?
I see the sharks.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Maybe
I
did.
Maybe someone needs to refresh their astral.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Cool. I will do that then. I would like to hit a shark with my warhammer.
I'll allow it.
Neat.
Let me know when you're refreshed and if you in fact see the sharks.
Okay. I see sharks.
Excellent.
Neat.
You may choose which one you would like to go and boop in the snoot with a warhammer.
Cool. I'm going to go right for giant shark number 6.
Dead ahead.
Page is still loading. I see sharks, but not everything else is loaded yet.
Eee.
All of my dudes have auras, so I'm turning on the aura feature
Yeah, please do.
for all of them. And making them all different colors, so it's easy to tell them apart.
Just want to click
No.
thing.
Did that one already.
Still not letting you click your character?
Oh. And here.
Beautiful. Take a swipe. A 22 will definitely hit. Are you using one-handed or two?
Two-handed.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Cool. Where's my chat? Where is chat?
Is your chat not open? That's bizarre.
Yeah, there's nothing I don't see the chat at all.
I'll make sure it's not collapsed.
Why is the whole internet not working right? We had Twitch problems earlier, now this.
Yeah,
I see
Yeah,
the list of names, but there's no like open the chat.
What about if you click on your character sheet, like your character thing? Is there an open chat there? Your little character dongle.
Oh wait, if I that.
Or hit C.
Okay. C. Nope.
No. Well,
I got the sharks, but I lost the chat.
Well, that's unusual. Well, let me roll for you. Yeah, D10 plus looks like 7, 8, 9. D10 plus 10, right? Yeah.
I get to add my strength and my proficiency bonus to damage.
Yep. So that's a 14 on the first hit.
Cool.
And how many attacks do you get when you take the attack action?
2.
Excellent. I'll go ahead and attack for you because I'm nice. Oh, your attack worked.
Yeah, I can click the attack button.
So your bars work. Okay, cool. All right.
I just see what the result is.
That's funny. That's a 17, which also hits. That's so weird. And that's 19 damage. So we have a grand total of whatever 14 plus 19 is a lot.
Oh, and I do an extra 1d4 fire damage because of my blessing.
Excellent. Let me drop a d4 for you.
For each hit.
Okay. So that's 3 from the first hit. And 4 from the second, so that's 7. All right, so you swim up and you just drill this sucker. Come on now. There we go. Just drill this sucker right in its face. You basically like collapse in the front part of its nose.
Staunch.
Yeah, and it is pissed off. So congratulations on pissing it off.
Ha!
There we go. All right. Damage was acting funky for a second there. All right, now it comes to the shark's turns. Shark 6, obviously the first, one that has been hit, not very happy. He's going to return the favor and try to bite you. So pray tell, does a 25 get you?
Sure does.
Excellent. You will take 19 piercing as the shark bites into your arm.
Oof.
I'm going to reduce that with my Naste prowess.
Excellent.
I can reduce damage I take by 12.
Excellent. So that'll only be 7 then, right? Giant Shark 2 is going to swim forward its full move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, look at that. Puts it right on Manny. Where it's going to take a chomp. I assume a natural 1 does not hit. So it swims directly past Manny right into this sort of hellish array of auras where it is affected by all 3 of them thanks to its terrible roll. So what
and it's
happened?
in the dark because, well, actually, no, that's not until I rage. But yes, the auras are wonderful. At the moment, until I rage, I don't think it has any passive effect.
Okay.
Unless I hit them. So, or they hit me.
All right. They did not. They just sort of spun around and missed horribly.
Yeah, once I rage, all sorts of weird shit happens. Oh my goodness.
This one's going to come up and try to take a bite out of the Squall duplicate.
This is probably the 4th most complicated character I've ever played.
Does a 21 hit?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Am I using my shield? Is the question. I'm going to say I'm using my shield for simplicity's sake and say no, it does not hit.
Excellent. You block the teeth with your shield, basically throwing your shield up just in time and like catching the edges of. So like your shield is flossing the back teeth like the molars of this shark. So very considerate of you to.
Well, using my trident one-handed
to help with its dental hygiene.
Will you be using our tridents one-handed?
Very fat. So this one is going to also try to get Manny. I assume a 12 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Excellent. You just like put your hand out on its nose as it swims up and like kick your back fins back. Like you're a preschool bully. This one is going to. This is so weird. Oh no, it's not weird. Never mind. I think I know what the problem is. There we go. I had a. Sorry. All right, so the shark swims over to Ailey and takes a bite out of her side, or tries to. There's a 27 hit.
Sure does.
22 piercing as you get chomped on your side. And the last one.
Reduce that by 12 again.
Swims around, and so that'll be 10 piercing. And they're going to take a chomp at you. A 15 hit?
No.
Awesome. They swing and a miss, and that completes the shark's actions. So,
Oof.
Threllnick. All I think of when I see your name is Skrullnick. My love for you is like a truck berserker.
I'm gonna pop up out of the mud in my little mud bug way, and I'm gonna shoot at the giant shark who's currently on Manny.
Okay. I'll give you advantage. It didn't see you there. You were hidden.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Nice. I won't complain. Well, I rolled worse on advantage than I did on the initial attack.
But you do have bless.
I do have bless. Oh, so that's an additional D4, right?
Yep.
All right. So that adds. Does a 17 hit that shark?
Absolutely does. Absolutely
Yay!
does.
It takes minimum damage from my initial shot, which is 13 piercing, but it does get sneak attacked for an additional 18 damage.
Nice.
And I don't know how it feels about fire, but I get to add a little bit of that. So it takes 2 additional fire damage because I'm not a nice person.
Awesome. So we're looking at 22, 35 total, right?
Yep. And then I mud bug back down into the mud.
Nice. Give me a stealth check.
Yep.
Love that imagery that you're actually losing.
Oh yeah. Crit on your stealth. Yeah, you're good to go.
Kidding.
Poof.
All right. Cool. Feel free to end your turn.
Yep. Poof. Die, heretic. Stab. Poof.
Okay, this is going to be really complicated.
No shit.
I've run a game.
Apologies.
I've run a game with a level 18 ranger hunter, so I'm
I'm
used to the. I'm going to take my turn. Everybody, go make a sandwich.
Yeah, seriously, it's gonna take a little while. Okay, first we'll start. I'm gonna start with Squall and move that way. So Squall's aura does clicking. Only I can see it. Okay, that's not helpful.
Yeah. Each creature in their aura must make a dex saving throw, taking 5 cold damage and have their movement speed halved on a fail save, half as much damage on a successful save.
Yeah.
Right?
So
So we've got 2 dex saves coming. First one does not make it, Shark 3. Shark 2 also does not make it, so they are both going to go ahead and suffer 5 cold.
and that was just my bonus action.
And their movement speed is halved. So I will put a nice little doohickey on their characters to show that off. Go ahead and hit me with the actual action that one is taking.
And actually, that should have done more damage. Oh no, 2d6 at 10th. Never mind. Not my bad. Misread that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do. I think I can attack twice. It doesn't say on my character sheet, but a barbarian of my level should be able to attack twice.
Yes, as long as that's all of your normal class features function normally unless it specifically says otherwise on it.
Okay, so Squall attacks twice, and one of those is a crit.
Are they targeting?
Yeah, I'm targeting shark number 3.
Okay.
So that's and it's not bludgeoning damage. I don't know why it says that, but
Let's try it. So
25, 30 points, I think, of poking at you damage for those 2 attacks.
I think the reason why it's showing up like that is because you're hitting test action. Oh, because you started the combat hidden.
Mean to. Okay.
No, it's not. You did. You didn't, but you did. You know what I mean? Like your icons did. But I can still see
you
them,
had
so
you
it's
had the
fine.
duplicates hidden, so yeah.
Yep. I can still see them, so it's fine.
Okay.
So we're looking at 25,
Oh yeah, this is
30.
30
Piercing.
damage from Squall.
And is there additional damage effect due to the aura?
I'm checking. Saving. We did the cold damage save already. There's this ability called Ice Crash, but I assume that's a spell ability that I can't do if I'm raging. So, no.
Okay.
That's it.
That brings us to our gloomy friend.
Our gloomy friend. And I am resistant to all cold damage, and I have +2 my AC and a bunch of other crazy shit. Okay, gloom makes it dark. So the anything within 15 feet of gloom can't see, unless they're me, because I can see in my own dark as long as it's within 20 feet.
Excellent.
All of me's. All right. And the gloom aura, I'm gonna click on that one. Does this. Everything's in the dark. And that's looks to be it.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that if one rages, they all rage, but I don't know. But they're all going to rage for the simplicity's sake.
Yeah, they all have independent actions. Actually.
Oh, I forgot to add the extra damage for raging. So
that's 6
that would
more?
have been additional 6 to that first dude. Okay, and now Gloom attacks twice to, let's also say shark number 3, since they're within range. And does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
All right. That 9 gets to be re-rolled because I re-roll all 1s today. So I'm just going to roll the crit as the re-roll because I think it's the same damage. Not quite the same damage. So that's
roll
4, 5, 6. Yep. That's 9 points for the second attack and 14 points for the first attack. That's my durability for the day is re-rolling 1s because that was easy. Okay, and then finally, Maelstrom. They took away that Disney ride. I'm so sad. Okay, Maelstrom does target must make a strength saving throw, and this is going to be the shark in the middle.
Right. Shark 2.
Because it's the one he can reach.
Natural 20, so...
No, he made save. So he does not fail to save. He takes 4 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
And let's see, does anything funky happen there? My crit on a 19 as well. So,
all right.
And that Maelstrom will take their 2 attacks. And is 23 a 19? It is not. And it was a 14 a hit? I can't recall.
14 does hit.
Does hit, all right. And so that's 25 points between those 2 hits. Woohoo! I have no idea if I'm done or not.
I believe that wraps you up.
Oh, well, plus I forgot to add the 6 damage, so...
Okay,
20,
so 6 more?
5, 6, 31 points for those 2 hits, okay.
All right.
And that wraps me up, and I am at... I'm resistance to bludgeoning and piercing and slashing.
And cold.
Rage, and cold, and all sorts of other things.
Yep. All right. Manny, it is your action. What would you like to do?
Manny is going to squeeze by this shark and right here. And I think that'll work. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna swing at shark number 1 twice.
All right. Pop. Both hit.
Ooh. So then, yeah, nothing fancy happens. So it's just a 16.
All right. That's still not a bad. You're not going to smite or anything like that?
No, not yet. This shark is still too close to being alive.
Right on. Yeah, you bap him twice. Okay. Ailey, you are surrounded by sharks.
Yeah, I am. I have my chat back, though.
That's good.
Yeah. I'm just going to wail on shark number 6 again. All
right. Blap right in the face. So they will take 17.
I guess re-roll the damage because it's a 1 and I have great weapon fighting.
Excellent. All right. So you need to re-roll the 2-hand. Oh yeah, your die rolls. So we're looking at.
What is that?
It's 10. Yeah, I rolled it for you. You got a 10. So 10 plus 10. So that's 20 bludgeoning with the first shot.
Plus my fire.
Which is how much?
D4. I got it.
Awesome.
Plus 4 fire damage. And then a bam. Is a 14 hit?
A 14 hits.
Yay! Or 18 plus
2, so 20. Oop, wrong way. Wrong way, buddy. There we go. All right. Excellent. So you have pretty much dented in this thing's entire sinus cavity, and it's now starting to choke and wheeze on its own blood. You see its blood coming up out of its gills. Not having a good day.
What a sad image.
It is. It is upset.
You broke my toes.
Sorry, you bit me.
It doesn't seem to be sad so much as really angry about this. It doesn't seem to have the good sense to know that you have hurt it. And does that complete your turn?
Sure does.
All right. Go ahead and tap that end turn button if you don't mind.
I'm scared.
That's fair. So Shark 1 is going to bop over here, and that brings it into the aura of the Maelstrom, but not into the aura of Gloom. And it's going to try to take a bite out of Manny.
Okay. Oh, Manny.
Yep.
I'll do it.
25 piercing, please, Manny. As it sinks its teeth into your undead flesh.
That hurts.
Giant shark number 2, despite being blinded, is going to try to take a bite at Gloom. Let's see how that turns out. 23 hit Gloom?
Crap.
23 would hit. Is it like it's at disadvantage though, isn't it? Because
I rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, you
we
rolled
did 2
twice.
rolls.
You rolled twice.
And
Got it.
It rolled really
yes,
well.
23. Wait, Gloom. Hold on. Like, there's the whole special additional poop. You are resistant to necrotic. Not a factor. I have advantage on stealth checks. Not a factor. Successful melee attacks regain you hit points equal to. Ooh, I'm like a vampire. No, that's a hit. As far as I can...
All right, so that's 14 piercing after your resistance.
All right.
Giant Shark 3 is going to take a bite at Squall. Now, Giant Shark 3 will move around to the side so that they're not in Gloom's aura. I think that should do it. Oh, they're still in Gloom's aura. All right. So they'll hit you with a disadvantage as well.
Okay.
27?
27 still hits, even at disadvantage. Okay,
so that's 6 piercing after your resistance.
I think, let me see what Squall's weird defensive thing is. Resistance to cold, not relevant. AC is increased by +4. So 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27's a hit though. That doesn't help. Okay. I can. It was not a critical hit.
It was not a critical hit.
Okay. Then I'm just.
It's just kind of gnawing on you a little bit there.
All right.
Just love bites, you know.
Yeah. So how much damage was that again?
After your resistance, it's 6.
Thank you.
Sharks 5, 6, and 4 are all going to take a bite out of Ailey.
That tracks.
I mean, you're bleeding. You're right there.
Yep.
We got a 19, a 15, and a natural 1. So, do any of those hit you?
The 19 hits me.
So I have the protection shield interposing thing. Can I give that shark disadvantage?
You are not within 5 feet of Ailey.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Otherwise, you could. So the 19 gets you for 22. Now, that was Giant Shark 5, and he's right on your side. So he's kind of already chewing. Like, you feel some things that are supposed to be solid suddenly become less so in your side. And you definitely feel something hard poke into something soft where it does not belong. That side of your body is not doing too hot. However, as Shark 4 tries to bite you, you manage to parry with the Warhammer, basically just shove the Warhammer in its mouth. And it sort of pokes up through the roof of its mouth. So go ahead and roll the normal damage on your Warhammer, and it's going to suffer that damage from its botch.
Question. I assume the sharks were doing just regular piercing damage?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because I forgot I had resistance to that.
That's why I've been telling you all the numbers halved.
Oh, you were telling me all the numbers halved. Oh, crap. Okay.
Let me go re-add those again.
Damage.
What's that?
Am I rolling one-handed damage or two-handed damage?
Two-handed damage. Why not? I'm a benevolent god.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, so it really, like, some teeth break. Yeah, it's a very unpleasant thing. A cloud of blood spits forth out of its mouth.
These are really dangerous.
As it fucks itself up on your Warhammer. And that completes the shark's actions. That brings us to Threlnik. Skrelnik.
Right. Okay. I'm probably just gonna do the same thing again. Pop, and then twang.
Good God!
Holy crap! Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
And remember your sneak attack dice also.
Oh yeah.
Rolled.
So that's 20. That's well,
so,
I'll let you do the math, and I'll just finish clicking the thing. Oh,
click
there
all
we
the
are.
things
Crit
and
add. Yeah. So that's
And then you will also roll your sneak attack dice again separately.
Yep. So that's how many d6? 5d6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Vom.
Okay, and that's all on Shark 1?
Yep. That's one arrow. I think I'm pretty sure I only get one attack. I hope for these fuckers' sake that that's true.
Well, double check on the rogue while I'm looking this up, because I can never remember when the rogue's extra attack hits. I think everybody gets an extra attack by 10 except for the wizard, but I could be wrong.
Do we? I don't see it listed anywhere, but I don't know where.
Maybe not.
Rogues don't get extra attack now.
That might just be me being lazy in my DM.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's it. So we just explode him. So blam, and then as previously.
Rolled a bite. I'm sorry.
Whoop. Oh.
All right. So that doesn't go so well for you as you go to drop back down in the mud again, and
I dive into a rock.
Right, like as the cloud clears, you basically find yourself. Let's see, where are you at? Okay, so you're back here by the Earth Mother still. You dive in and you find yourself inside of Gloom's thing. So you're just in like a. Everything's hidden now. So you did kind of
hiding.
Exactly. All right. So that brings us to Heretric. What you got?
Oh God, I'm just trying to make sense out of everything I can do. And it's hot chick.
Oh, it is hot chick. That's right. I was saying that just like I was from Baston. That's all.
Yeah, hot chick.
Hot chick.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it and beat up some smart kids.
Yeah. All right. So first off, I think Giant Shark 3. Doing that whole. I'm just gonna click all the things again. So this is Squall again. Needs to make. Do they do this every time? Dexterity saving throw DC 7 or take 7 cold, and that applies to 3, and I still think it applies to 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that will also apply to Threlnik now too.
Oh crap! Threlnik, get out of there!
Ouch.
The reason I stay 15 feet away from the
what did I? So sorry. What did I take?
Dexterity saving throw DC 17. You are a rogue though, so maybe
I am a rogue.
Evasion, so you'll make it and be fine.
That just that's not a save. That just stated my.
Dex mod's only a 3. I'm disappointed.
That's not a save. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there we go.
That's better.
Okay, you're good. You're fine if you have evasion.
All
you
right.
take nothing.
So Shark 3 is good.
I think I have evasion.
Shark 2 is not.
Yeah, they take 3 on successful save and failure. Okay, now I'm going to try to get all this, how much attack damage I do better this time. Oh! Okay, still attacking mostly one shark. The not baby shark. Wow, is that a 19? That is a 19, but I don't think Squall. I'm kind of bouncing around a lot. I apologize.
I would assume that Squall still has the same features that you. Your feature, you don't lose your features. So if you
I'm just trying to remember which one's which.
Right, but if you have great weapon fighting, then all of them have great weapon fighting.
No, it's a special. One of them has a increased crit range. Yeah, only. I'm confused by this. Do they all have increase? Okay. Yeah, Maelstrom's the only one who has an increased crit range. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so that's. First attack was 22. Assume hits. That's 13 points of damage.
This is on 3, right?
Hmm?
Is this on Shark 3 or Shark 2?
This is on Shark 3.
Okay.
And the second attack does 15 points of damage. I'm thinking, though, that Squall creatures take. If I did all that, just want to make sure I'm doing all of the damage. I think it's only on a crit that I do funky things. Okay. And then I think that's it for Squall. So moving on to Gloom. This is so crazy. Okay, Gloom. That's just the darkness. Okay, so Gloom doesn't do anything extra. But Gloom's harder to hit. And I'm just doing all of my attacks with the main character because, oh my god, switching characters is a pain. Okay, I can re-roll that. 13, so I'm just going to roll it again because the crit damage actually does different. So the first one, 31 hits. 16 for the first attack, 27 hits. And 13 for the second attack. Those were both on Giant Shark 2 now, because Giant Shark 3 is out of range.
So 16 and 13, you're saying?
Yes, 16 and 13. Oh. And then Maelstrom. Which will forever make me think of trolls. DC 17 strength save for Mr. Shark. That's 2 ones. Do I reroll ones just on D20s?
It says you reroll ones.
Automatically reroll one rolls. So I guess I'm just gonna roll that again.
Yeah, do it.
Because those are 2 ones. Yeah.
Rules is written.
Rules is written. Okay. All right. So that's 9 lightning if they miss, or 4 if they make it, and they're moved if they miss. This is Shark number 2.
And it's a strength save?
Yeah. DC 17 strength save.
Nope, they didn't make it. So they take 9 lightning, and you can move them up to 5 feet. Where would you like to put them? And that's Shark 2, right?
Shark 2, moving him to the right.
To the right.
Yeah, not into my companion.
Sure, right.
Because that would be rude.
Right.
And then smack him with my stick.
Wrong way. Yeah.
I would have smacked him with the stick.
Yeah, no, go for it. No, I was saying wrong way to myself.
Yeah, I guess I'm moving to smack him with the stick. But I don't want to move into my friend's auras either, so I want to get my friends.
I mean, you have some move, so you can.
I have a freaking barbarian. Yeah, I have a lot of move. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm gonna just go over here. Merp. So
and both of those hit.
Both of those hit, and that was. I'm gonna re-roll that die, or just re-roll the d6 there. My problem is my little dice are behind my camera, so I can't actually see them. Oh. I'm always like, I can't see around my camera. So that first attack did 10 points of damage, and the second attack did 15 to Shark number 2.
Beautiful. And does that complete your long-ass turn?
I don't know. I'm going to pretend it does because I'm basically running 3 characters, but they have very few hit points. I will say this much.
Yeah, as the GM, I can't possibly imagine what that's like. So, Manny, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I feel like I'm GMing. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, you are kind of almost a GM when you play one of those characters.
Yeah.
Manny will do what Manny do and swing at Shark 1.
Yeah, that's not a very impressive swipe. You take a swipe at it, and despite the fact that this shark is on its last fin, it manages to swim out of the way and position itself for another bite to your face. But you do have a second attack, correct?
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, technically I do, but the results could be the exact same.
And another swing and miss.
And I'm just going to look at the shark, just embarrassed, and walk away.
Swim away.
Yes, swim. I will paddle away.
All right, so you're going to
We'll
leave.
never speak of this again.
You're going to leave that shark's threat range, is what you're telling me?
Wait, I have a bonus action. So before I do that, I'm going to... Actually, not screw it. Yeah, I'll leave the threat range.
All right. Does a 28 get you?
A little bit.
Oof.
All right, it grabs some rump roast on your way away for
need
18
that.
piercing.
18 with it?
Man.
Yeah. As it bites you directly in the arse.
I needed that, you shark.
I needed that, you shark. There's the quote of the day. All right. Alika, what would you like to do?
I hit it with my hammer.
Which one are you bopping on the snoot?
Oh, the same one.
You've been beaten on?
Yeah.
That absolutely will hit. Go ahead and drop that damage if you don't mind.
How effective are hammers underwater?
They're underwater hammers.
Just fine if you're strong enough.
Oh, wait. I think I get to reroll this one.
Anything's a bludgeoning weapon if you're brave enough.
Yeah,
That's how that goes, right?
I get to reroll.
Excellent.
The 2's on my watch.
All right. So you're looking at 16 bludgeoning from that first hit, correct?
I think.
Is you plus 10 damage?
So 17 plus fire.
So 18?
18 with the first hit.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You're now working your way up its, like, you're past its snout. Now you're like breaking out its first row of teeth. It's like you're mining through this thing's face. It's like, have you ever seen Hatchet 2? There's a scene in Hatchet 2 where Victor Crowley knocks someone on their back, and instead of hitting them with the sharp part of the hatchet, he just takes the flat of the blade, like the top of the hatchet, and just starts ramming it into their mouth.
I didn't see Hatchet 1, so...
And he does this, oh my God, you should see watch Hatchet this weekend. So he does this so many times that it goes from gross to funny to like boring back to funny, like twice. It's like
the Letterman effect, but for horror.
He decapitates this person by hitting them with the flat of his axe. It's funny shit. That's basically what you're doing to this shark.
We're off in the land of non sequiturs. I must say that Fran actually was involved in the special effects of one of those low-budget horror movies.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that some other time.
We'll have to talk about that some other time.
We will have to talk about that some other time because, as you know, I have made a few low-budget horror movies.
Well, if you've ever seen Satan's Little Helper, I actually did.
Shut the fuck up.
For that.
Have you seen Satan's Little Helper?
Seriously?
Like, nobody's seen Satan's Little Helper.
Yes, I have seen Satan's Little Helper. Good work.
Fran was on the
I did the video game footage for that.
Shut the fuck up.
The intestine pulling footage, that was me.
That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, we went way off into the weeds there. If you have the chance, rent or watch, I believe on Shudder, Satan's Little Helper. All right. So you crit.
I do crit, and I get to roll that 2 I just rolled. So.
Woo.
Oh. Oh.
Aw.
Okay, well,
Not too bad though. That's what, 23?
let's fire.
Fire.
23 including the fire, right?
I haven't rolled the fire yet.
Oh,
The one with. Oh, well.
Another one. I'm convinced their random number generator sometimes doesn't kick in and it just rolls the same thing over and over again until it.
I'm not saying it's impossible. All right. So yeah, you've now broken out most of the rows of the top of its teeth. So it looks like a shark right up until here, from which point it looks like Beavis.
Bite me now.
Half of us would get the Beavis reference.
I got it.
Okay, never mind. We all got it. Okay.
I'm gonna action surge and hit it again.
Nice.
Ooh.
You might be right.
21, 120.
Go ahead and drop that damage as you draw back, and there's just this cloud of blood now, like as you're just screaming and blood is spraying out of this shark onto your face, and it's just everywhere. Oh my god. All right.
21-1-2021.
You as you're going in on like that first hit, because remember you action surge, so you take the attack action, which means you're going to get your 2 attacks still. So you feel like the skull cavity that like holds the brain give way underneath, and like this movement through jelly as you're digging, like you're lobotomizing this shark with your warhammer. Don't forget
It's alive.
it is still alive, it seems.
Is it still a threat?
I mean, it's a threat in rather than being like this apex predator of the oceans, it is now a threat in a much more like Lenny from Of Mice and Men sort of fashion. Like it may flail around still at you and cause some harm, but it does not. It seems to have lost a lot of its drive and its memory.
Okay, well,
And it's steering.
oops, I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't a roll. I just typed 4 in.
Nice. All right, so you draw back one more time, just like teetering on the edge of like a rage almost. And as you pull it out, you hear this as like brain matter comes out with it in the vacuum pull, and then you just drive it in one more time, and the shark's tail goes up and does this number, and then drops limply as the shark dies.
I feel like I'm playing a barbarian.
Excellent. Anything else?
That's it. I'm tired and covered in blood. Next.
Excellent. Go ahead and tap that end turn if you don't mind.
Yes.
Excellent. We come back to the sharks. Shark 1 is going to close in on you, Manny, and try to get the other cheek.
Oh dear.
You have my dignity and my god.
God, holy crap!
I reported a bug about this to Astral. I don't know if they care, but I was like, what are the chances of this many crits in one game?
So it swims up behind you and just like peels. So now like the ass of your armor is just completely exposed.
Oh God.
And there's just blood sort of pouring out of your back end as you take 18 piercing from that bite.
What will my elder mother think?
This one, Shark 4, seeing that Manny is now the newest source of blood that's not shark blood, is going to go ahead and take a bite at Manny as well. Does a 15 catch you?
15 does not hit me.
Excellent. Shark 5, however, has not given up on Ailey. Oh no. It's in there good and up in them ribs. So it's going to try to get a little bit more of that rib action. 21 to your riblets. Does that hit?
Sure does.
Now, can I do the disadvantage?
You can now. Good job.
Limply swim over. Wait, no.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yep.
Excellent. So you swim over, like, Ailey, you just see in your peripheral vision him sort of reaching over limply with a shield, and you kind of look out the other side and see, like, his lower half in a shark's mouth as he's trying to block that shield and just not having a good time with it. So that'll be 18 piercing that you'll take from that one, Ailey.
All right. I appreciate the effort, though, my friend.
And that gives me 2 more. I've got this one with disadvantage. It's going to try to bite that squall.
Ah!
Does a 19 hit?
Does not.
Excellent. Bite and a miss. And Shark 3 is going to take the same attempt. Does a 16? Obviously does not. So they are both blindly sort of groping at you and having no luck whatsoever.
I'm not.
That brings us to Skirlnik. That's just what you're going to be in my head now.
That's fair.
What do you say? I don't know, but it's messed up shit.
Okay, so I rolled a critical fumble on my stealth roll, but I am in fact hidden because I'm in the dark, or
yes,
or
that is
am
correct.
I just blind?
You're
Okay.
in gloom's
You're hidden
radius.
and you're blinded.
Okay.
But you can swim like 5 feet and be out of the gloom. So.
Yeah, so I guess I try to pop up, and I keep popping up, and I'm like, why am I not getting out of the mud? And finally I'm like, daylight. Aha!
Right.
I'm going to assume I don't get my sneak attack because I'm standing around like an idiot for a little bit going, am I out of the mud yet?
You will still get sneak attack if you attack anyone who is within 5 feet of an ally. So basically anyone.
Right, yeah.
You just won't have advantage on the attack.
So you can attack shark number 2.
So well, I'm going to attack shark number...
Or 1.
I'm going to attack shark number 1 because... it's eating the paladin, and I actually kind of slightly respect the paladin. So,
Awesome.
Boy, oh boy, that's just...
Give me a dex save, Manny.
Is it wrong that I kind of hope I fail?
Yes.
It's kind of failing, yeah.
Yeah, that's failing. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Beans.
And go ahead and apply that sneak attack while you're at it.
Double beans.
You are a mean GM. This isn't in the rules.
I'm a benevolent god.
Admittedly, I did not expect an Aram back.
Mm-hmm. No one ever does.
So the good news is that you split Giant Shark 1's wig despite your critical failure, but not for the reason that you thought you would. So what happens is you get shot like directly in your spinal column, Manny, in a place that causes an involuntary spreading of your legs.
Oh, God.
While you're inside the shark's mouth, thus like ripping its head open pretty much, much like Jason Voorhees might. A shower of blood pushes you forward into your companion. Fortunately, she has a good firm stance. So you are going to suffer, as a result of all of this, 16 piercing and 23 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my God.
Good news, that does not kill me, and then I will look back to the thrall and I can be like, I see what you did there. You saved me.
Save you for what, though? Are you still up?
Oh, yeah. 16 piercing and how much bludgeoning?
23.
23?
Is it bludgeoning? Oh,
Yes.
from the shark.
From whacking into
Into the shark.
Well, from kind of ping-ponging around between the shark and Ailey.
Sure.
Kang, Katong,
We're not
Gong, Pung.
We're not dead.
Not dead is. We'll take that.
I could heal you if I wasn't raging.
All right.
Paladin, you can see all your stuff.
Yeah, I'm good.
And that
I
ends
was like,
Thrallnick's
I'm sitting
turn.
here thinking I can't heal people, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know shit about this character. Can I heal people?
I'm still not. I've got like these first level spells, but I still don't know how many I can actually cast.
Of the ones the duplicates have?
No. I have 4 first level
Right.
spells. but I don't have any
They're
slots.
activated through your abilities.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look further.
Yeah. My understanding, Tric can correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that your barbarian abilities trigger those spells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can end your turn. Or no, do you have a bonus action you want to take, Thrallnick?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna mud bug again. I
Alright.
totally forgot it was actually still my turn because
You can have, due to the massive clouds of blood that have been sprayed about this last turn, I'm going to grant you advantage on that hide check.
so much has happened since I last wrote. 22
Excellent.
on the sneakage. So mud bug. Whoop 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 whoop.
All right, hot chick, it's your turn.
Okay, I've totally ignored one of my special abilities called Turbulent Soul. I'm going to continue to totally ignore it because it's confusing me.
As you wish.
I broke Fran. Sorry, Tric. Okay, starting with Squall again. I moved all of my dudes. Okay, so starting with Squall. Squall makes some people make saves. So DC
3 and
17
2.
or 3 and 2 or the
All
2.
right. Natural 20, so 3 will take half.
Yep.
And 16, which doesn't make it, so 2 will take 7.
Yeah, assuming they even take cold damage. Okay, and I'm gonna smack you. Merp.
They sure seem to take cold damage.
Okay, 26 damage for.
And this is
14 points.
3 you're bopping?
It is 3 I'm bopping. 27 points total between the 2 attacks.
All right. So as you're hitting it, like you're collapsing gills, and like one of the eyes pops out of the socket. You're just really fucking this thing up. Oh, you're using your trident, yeah. So you get in like right in the tear duct, and just like the eye goes shooting over your shoulder.
And the elder mother catches it.
Right.
Like, oh, a spell ingredient.
Dusts it off, puts it in her pouch. But that shark is amazingly still alive.
Still up. So, Maelstrom, actually, well, technically it's Gloom's turn next. So Gloom goes and attacks the other shark. Merp. Merp.
Both of
Forget
those
a
will
16. Okay, so.
All right.
Come on.
So Gloom impales this shark, and it just ruptures, splits open. It's dead. Filling the area with more blood. Everything is now lightly obscured.
So we're like in the Blood Sea now. Wrong game setting.
I mean, it's as close as you're going to get. So, Maelstrom, your aura causes it to make a strength DC 17 save.
17. Yep. Is Giant Shark 3 is pretty much guaranteed to die by lightning.
It fails and takes 8 lightning damage. So it like cooks and explodes. Give me a dex save for Squall duplicate if you don't mind.
Yeah. Did not be covered in.
Yeah, pretty much.
17.
Excellent. So, like, you drop to the ground, and this sort of necklace of intestines floats over your head.
Giant Shark, the one that's full. I can't see the number.
5.
Giant Shark 5. I believe also needs to make the
Beautiful.
lightning save.
All right, it failed. So where would you like to move that sucker?
17.
And it takes 7 damage, right? 8 damage.
7 damage. 8 damage into the rocks. That way, or that way. I don't know. Toward the right, into the rocks, and then Maelstrom is going to attack him a couple times. Nope. Oh, I get to reroll that 13. Okay, so 17 and 25.
Excellent. Both of those will hit.
Yeah, and apparently I get to add a +3 to one attack around too, which I haven't been doing. It's just max damage. Okay, so.
All right, so 25
plus 6.
31.
31, there we go.
All right. The one that has been wrong button there.
Wrong button.
The one that's been chewing on your side, Ailey, has now been ripped away from you. And if you're having like a really sloppy makeout and there's like that string of saliva that comes out from between your mouths, the same thing happens, but with like blood and ichor between Ailey's rib cage and the shark's face.
Hey, that's my blood.
Good.
And does that end your turn?
Yeah, I guess.
Manny, it's up to you. What would you like to do?
Let's do some lay on hands and use 25 of those points
Excellent.
to be not as close to dying.
You may heal 25. Is that your action?
Yep.
All right, rock and roll. Go ahead. Ailey, what you got?
Well, I guess I'm going to whack shark number whatever that one is.
The one that's closest to you?
Yep.
All right. So that's 17 does hit. You swing around and fold your warhammer in between two of its gill folds, and it sort of spits some blood out of its mouth as it suffers 20 damage.
That hits again.
That will hit. And that's another 20 as you like tattoo 2 of its gills. And so it's like coughing, wheezing. I don't know what you would do underwater, but whatever that is, it's doing that. You've given it the aquatic equivalent of a throat punch. Congratulations.
Ooh. I love that I'm dealing fire damage underwater, by the way.
It's pretty neat.
So not only is it an underwater hammer, it's a boiling underwater hammer.
Right, yeah. It's like hitting somebody with a steam vent. All right. Does that end your turn?
Sure does.
Excellent. Go ahead and hit that end turn button for me if you don't mind.
8.
That brings us back to the sharks. So this one that you have just beat the pucky out of is going to turn its attention to you and take a bite out of crime. Does an 18 hit you?
Yep.
All right, so it swings around, and as you're like withdrawing, it catches you on your elbow with a bite.
Oh, it does hit? Shield thingy.
You may shield thingy. Let's see if that still hits. Does a 15 hit?
No.
He manages to block with his shield, keeping, like, you get right in the corner of the mouth that tries to bite down. So it just is, like, you see the mouth, like, come down around your elbow, and then it opens back up, and you see just your paladin buddy, like, smiling across its shield at you on the other side. And that brings us to...
Nod of respect.
That brings us to Shark 5, who's very mad that Maelstrom has pulled him from his meal. So he's going to turn his undivided attention in that direction with a 28 to... Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay, Maelstrom.
28 hit. Yep.
Just this funky stuff on a critical. I don't think Maelstrom has any special...
Excellent.
Did you see the aura? No.
16 piercing to Maelstrom.
Okay.
So 8 piercing after...
So 8 piercing, yeah.
Fucking barbarians.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking triple barbarians.
Thrallneck, that is your
Right.
turn. You come popping up out of the dirt.
Yep. Oh. Many of them are no longer moving. I'm gonna go for. I can't actually see the names of the sharks. I'm gonna shoot at this guy up here because he looks
Shark force?
weak.
Go for it.
Twang, and does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Go ahead and drop your damage and your sneak attack.
Yep. So that would be 33 points of the damage. Oh, plus I keep forgetting I also add 1d4 fire damage for, or one, as the kids call it. So that's 34 points of damage.
Excellent. So you see this one sort of like chomping, like as it withdraws back, Manny, from your shield. You see an arrow come through, like enter your field of vision from off camera, and just hit it right in its eye. And it lets out a snarl and starts shaking its head, very, very upset.
Oh my god! I rolled a freaking critical fail on the freaking stealth again.
You go to hide and accidentally dash. Oops, wrong cutting action.
Yeah, exactly. Which button is it? X. No, Y!
So you wind up right there. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead and end your turn.
Yeah, that's that. We're gonna call that good. No, I don't like close combat.
Heretric, it is your turn. Hot chick, it is your turn, I should say.
Yes. Okay. Gloom and Squall take a quick glance at the Greater Mother. Let's just make sure she's okay, and then
she's like, she's got like a what looks like maybe an escargot fork, and she's kind of just like under her tentacles, like cleaning out her grippers on her tentacles, and just she's
awesome.
Totally fine.
As long as she's being entertained and not being snuck up from behind, I don't care. And we swim up and swap areas so that the gloom is not covering our allies. And then Maelstrom Aura. I'm just going to go in that order.
All right, so strength save.
So shark number, the one standing in front of me.
25, he makes it.
If he makes it, so then takes 3 lightning. Why is the lightning damage always the same?
No, I didn't do it. I didn't build the thing, so.
No. Actually, technically, I'd re-roll one of those d6s. Haha. Because it was a 1. So it is in fact 6 plus 5, 11 points. So 5 on a successful save.
Excellent.
And do 2 trident attacks.
Both hit.
Both hit. For 31 total.
Excellent.
And then Gloom, whose aura just gives them all disadvantage to get hit. Was 21 hits, so they both hit. That's just max damage. 30 points.
Excellent.
And Squall Aura, as I try to do cold damage to this poor schmuck, and roll another one.
Oh, that's the wrong save. 14 doesn't make it, so it takes.
Doesn't make it, so 11 points because I rerolled or 10 points. Sorry, because I rerolled a 1.
Excellent. Then cold.
Finally, trident attacks from him.
Both will hit.
Them. I know I was thinking my character was female, but apparently my forms are male. Go figure that one out. For another 30 points of damage.
Excellent. So
as all these tridents just
something incredible has happened over there. Unfortunately, none of you all sort of see like the bubbles of movement of water, and then just shark bits go floating out into the water.
And all 3 of us spontaneously say, "Mother, we're having shark for dinner."
Love it. Love it. And that long-ass turn. Manny, it is your turn. There is one shark left. What would you like to do?
Okay, Manny.
Both of your butt cheeks are bleeding profusely.
But I assume Manny can still hit with ruptured butt cheeks.
Yes, absolutely.
22?
Yep. Yeah, 22 hits. Go for it.
So 7.
Sure you don't want to smite?
We got one more attack.
All right, let's see what we got.
But I think... Okay, I am going to try that reroll and then add a +3 thing. I keep forgetting I can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a channel divinity?
No, that's just the blessing.
Oh, the blessing.
Yeah, you
okay.
took the same blessing that I did, that reroll +3 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Go ahead.
That's the
9.
gun.
And then let's do a level 2 smite.
Excellent. Drop them smite dice.
12. Yeah.
Excellent. So we're looking at a total of 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 12 is 28, which is exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
There we go, Manny.
So you come down, bat, and then like your weapon, your morning star starts to like glow and sparkle and wham! And again, shark just kind of explodes. Fortunately, this time the pressure aimed away from you, as there are several pounds of shark giblets now floating about the water. You all very well could have afforded to have given all of your rations to the dragon turtles, because you'll now have plenty to eat for the remainder of your trip.
Dark sushi, I guess. Because
Yeah.
you don't really cook underwater, so.
Shark amari. You could always, use like some of your innate fire abilities to
True.
Mhm.
heat it up.
I would like to take a short bio break.
I was going to
if
say
that's okay.
this seems like a
Yeah.
perfect time for us to take 5. So
Yes.
if you are watching and enjoying what we're doing here, please hit that donate link that's on the top of the page. I'm sure Tric will share it in the chat again. We are here for a reason that is beyond just making Fran make funny faces with descriptions. But we'll be back in 5. Hold tight. Go tell your friends on social media to come join us, and we'll see you momentarily. Welcome back, or welcome back to us. Hopefully you didn't go anywhere. If you just got here, you're coming in the middle of a game, but that's okay because it's a one-shot and it's fun. And even when we're not running one-shots, it's always fun to come in the middle of a game. A little recap of where we were at before the break. We had you were almost to the ruin or the abandoned camp city when you were set upon by a group of sharks who very aggressively tried to eat many of you, but managed to not do so. You managed to fight them off and survive. I don't think nobody even went to death saves, so we're in pretty good shape there. And
Talk about how Manny is still a single individual, but
right, that's true. Manny has been chewed up, but is otherwise okay. And let me speaking of getting people back into single individualdom, we'll put Hot Chick back together.
Oh, yeah. And do I take damage? I come back out of it with all the damage I took? Add it all up and give it to my
that is
merged
correct.
character. So I have to figure out that math. Blah, blah, blah. 6 plus 8 plus...
Yeah, Fran, I don't know if you lost your mic or something, but you sounded like you were coming through Sarah's mic or something.
that's probably what was
Probably because she is. Because she's muted.
Sometimes I get am I muted?
Your headphone thing is up. Your...
There we go.
We're professionals.
Yeah, and what I didn't realize is Heretric has an ability that I did not yet leverage, where I should have been doing double damage, but also at receiving double damage. So.
Right on. Well, we didn't use it, so let's not bother with it.
I didn't notice it because it was kind of off in a corner. But
you have a lot of abilities at 10th level. No one expects perfection.
Yep.
All right. Did you calculate the damage then?
I wrote all the numbers down. I haven't added them up yet.
Understood. So now that that's done, I assume that you would all sort of start licking your wounds, maybe take a short or long rest. You could reasonably take a long rest at this point.
Okay.
And be fine.
Should we rest, mistress, and have shark sushi?
Says, oh, it sounds lovely. I think, yes, I will have some shark. And she just kind of grabs a bit that's floating by and starts gnawing on it.
Just made my characters invisible, but their auras are still showing.
Only to you and me.
Ah. This is pretty entertaining.
Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to do beyond just taking a long rest?
Really, no.
Well, finding someplace maybe a little bit sheltered out of the blood, because we don't want to attract more giant sharks.
That's fair. Go ahead and give me a survival check, if you don't mind there, Ailey. Or rather, Sarah. Sarah's been doing them all. Yeah, you find you actually are pretty sure that if you just set up camp kind of on the other side of this breaker, like over here, even if any sharks come your way, they'll never notice you because of the cloud of blood.
Sounds groovy. We clean each other off in the water.
You just randomly, shake until you're clean, I guess.
Okay. So we're going.
Oh, just over this way. And so you all sort of sit down and camp out for the night, regain your hit points, do your healing, regain all your spent stuff. It's fun. It's a good time. You patch your wounds, eat some shark, have a laugh. And the next morning you're able to get up, get moving. The travel to the remains of the city is relatively uneventful. And once you arrive there, you can see that they definitely have moved on. Why don't you go ahead? Why doesn't everybody go ahead and give me an investigation check, if you don't mind?
Dang, Manny.
Excellent.
I'm not good at this.
As you're sort of looking around and checking things out, Threlnik, you come upon a area that was looks like it was like set up to kind of be sheltered from the elements. Mm-hmm. And as you pull away the sort of like seaweed that's been built into almost like a little hut over this area, you see that there appears to be what looks like a miniature map has been left behind. with a few markings that you do not understand, but you do recognize as being sort of communications that the Elder Mother would use.
Mm-hmm. Elder Mother, I believe this was left for you.
She swims over and takes a look at it and says, "Ah, I see. Yes, so they sent some scouts out, and they noticed the heat fading in that direction. They believe they saw signs of an old vent down that way. So what I would like you to do, they also have moved along on the planned path, and one of ours is with child and is preparing to give birth. So if you could, Hot Chick, can you please escort them to the vent? Should be up that way about an hour's swim.
Are you going to be okay to leave you alone here?
I'll be fine, yes. I'm going to move ahead so that I can catch up with the with the caravan and hopefully be there for the birth.
I do not like the idea of leaving you alone.
I do not like the idea of you leaving me alone either. However, I have seen many passages of the year, and I've been in my fair share of scrapes and avoided my fair share. I think I can catch up with the others without running into too much trouble. I'll be 2 hours ahead at best. Get them where they're going and then join me.
Everything in my everything is saying, no, don't let her go without me. I'm a freaking bodyguard. This is my job. I want to give her something like, oh, here, take this. And I give her my conjure elemental gem.
Okay.
So if you get into danger, just use this. It's only a one-use thing, but it will summon a water elemental to protect you.
Should that happen, I will turn around and come back your direction right away.
Yes. But you're the boss, but I'm not happy about this. So.
It will be fine. And she starts swimming off. The rest of you, I assume, follow the map, make your way to where you're supposed to be going. Anything else you want to do before you leave?
Fret.
You fret.
I fret excessively.
You swim along, and sure enough, as you're approaching, you notice the water getting considerably colder. It's now probably 8 to 10 degrees colder than what you'd have expected it to be at this point.
Ooh. That is strange.
Yeah, it's not. And as you had noted before, Thronic, with the presence of the heat vents, it's actually probably closer to about 15 degrees colder than you expect it to be. Like being aware that those vents would be there.
It is much too cold here. I mean, we're not bothered by it because we're resistant to cold, but nevertheless, this is wrong and unusual. I'm wondering if the heat vents are clogged or something. Or something.
Worth investigating.
Yeah.
As you swim up and see this area ahead of you. You're not here, lady. Get off this map. All right. Feel free to explore, investigate, do what you want to do.
I think I need to refresh Astral.
Much scroll.
I'm refreshing Astral because it's giving me issues. So I guess we're just exploring on our own, and you're going to tell us if any of us run into things.
Exactly. I'm watching where you're going.
All right.
So Throlnick and
This-
Manny,
Mm-hmm.
as you get up to that northern area there, you see that hole that leads down, and it goes into pretty much like pitch blackness far beyond the range of your vision. Why don't all of you give me a nature check if you don't mind?
This should be funny. Whee!
Okay, so Ailey and Hot Chick, you both recognize, based on the size of this hole, the lip. This appears to be a geothermal cave, and you're assuming at the bottom of this is in fact like a heat vent that you would expect to be uncomfortable, provided you're not like fire immune right here, but instead it's icy.
There should be a heat vent down there.
So it's like actually projecting cold rather than hot, or just it's dead.
I mean, not
Or is
as
it the
much
hot's turned off.
not as much projecting cold as absorbing the heat.
Huh.
Hello. I can sense life within 20 feet.
There is no life within 20 feet other than the life you brought with you.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of keep an eye out for that. I guess we go down there.
I guess probably, yeah. Because if it's supposed to be hotter and it's not hot, then maybe like a rock fell in there.
It'd have to be more than a rock.
Clear, if
A
it
big
turns
rock.
out while we're down there, that could be very bad for us.
I'd say
Also true.
many
But-
rock.
You do need to find out what's going on because this is clearly not okay.
Yes.
You gonna go down the hole?
Yeah.
Yes, so.
All right, you go down, and the reason for the darkness and the inability to sort of see beyond it, you realize, is because the shaft is about 300 feet long. So it's a bit of a dive as you're going down. But eventually, as you reach the area, you see there we go. This wide open cave, and in this wide open cave,
I love these maps.
you see a deeper depression. Yeah, Tric's artist did a really good job on. You see a deeper depression, and in the center of that deep depression, what you're assuming would be the mouth of the heat vent. And it looks like it's filled with something sort of, rocky and protruding. Looks like maybe either a rock or several rocks.
See,
fell
you
in
called
there.
it. Just rocks.
But not one rock.
Like they have been put there on purpose? Like somebody did this?
Why don't you swim up, make an investigation check?
I'll do that.
Awesome. You swim right up to it and get real close, and you're sort of running your hands over it and looking it over, and you put yourself like right in front of this area where the rocks seem to have lifted up, and then there's almost what look like little stalactites, and you start like climbing in deeper into this area to see what's causing this cave.
Be careful.
When you are chomped down upon by this creature whose mouth you just crawled into.
Good job.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Not rock. Not rock. Ow.
So you will be considered you will be considered surprised, and let's get an initiative going.
If I have a weapon that stops me from being surprised, how does that work?
It means you're not surprised.
So I'm like, watch out! Ooh, I should have said something first, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it doesn't provide you enough warning to like warn someone. All right, who am I missing on the initiative roll here? Oh, did you roll, Ailey?
Yeah.
Let me tap it for you because it's not rolling.
Yeah. And I don't see half the party, too, so it's kind of weird.
There it is.
All right. Excellent. Combat shall begin. Ailey, you have the first action, but you're surprised, so you can't do anything with that action. And you can't take reactions until the end of the turn. So that brings us to Manny.
Manny's going to swim up right here to try to get within 15 feet of everyone, and then I'm going to once again cast Bless on everybody.
I'll allow it. As Judge Mills Lane would say.
I completely forgot that Bless was cast in the last combat and didn't apply it. What does Bless do again?
D4.
D4 on saves and attack roll.
Saves and attack roll. Okay, good to know. I will remember that if I miss. Oof. I don't want to split up again. That was so insane. I'm going to hold off on that ability for now. And I'm picking a different daily blessing. This one to do the radiant damage instead. And I guess I will swim in and be like, let go of my friend, you weird one-eyed monster, fluke, giant fish thing, I don't know. And I rage normally, and I'm going with, I still have to pick a thing. I'm going with Maelstrom because it was, I think, the more effective, interesting effect. And I'm going to try to do this. So, first the Maelstrom Aura.
Okay. Let's make a strength save.
Strength save, which, given its size, I suspect it will make. It did not. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, sure didn't.
And I'm just going to hit it twice with my trident.
All right, and you can move it 5 feet. So
I'm flying toward it as I...
Yay!
Did my hits go through? I didn't see my hits go through.
Your hits did not go through.
We'll try that again. Oh, there we go. And those do an extra d4 radiant damage when I hit. Does 17 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
No.
Well, that was exciting. Oh, wait, I'm blessed, though. So I get to add a d4 to each of those.
Oh,
yeah,
and it's going to decide to make it safe. I'm sorry, I didn't look at something.
Oh, sure. Lair actions are like that. Does a 21 hit?
No.
Well, that's fun, I'm guessing. Well, this thing's hard to hit.
Like, you hit all of them. There was impact.
Made out of rock.
It just didn't seem to do much to it.
Yeah, okay. I think that's all I can do.
Oh, okay. Hold on. What kind of damage does that do? Lightning?
Yes, lightning damage.
Strangely enough, no resistance whatsoever to that. All right. So at the end of your turn as a legendary action, it is going to use Searing Sight. It's going to look at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Fun.
Oops. Sorry about that.
15. Excellent. On a failed save, it was DC 20.
You do have 4 and whatever paladin nonsense I have.
Ah, yes. So the bless and the paladin nonsense.
Or protection, something.
Am I close enough to you?
15 feet, yep.
Okay. So,
You have advantage on saving throws? Holy crap.
all right. Because that helped. Do I roll the d4 again? For the second roll?
You think so?
No, advantage only applies to D20s.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So 17. So the aura just gives me advantage on a plus. So
Your sight has been seared.
yes. So how much damage did I?
So, one second. Sorry, I'm dealing with dueling issues. All right. So on a failed save, the heater superheats the location it's glaring at, resulting in heating up so fast as to cause an underwater explosion. The creature takes 2d6 plus 8 force damage. So 7 and 8's 15 force.
All right. Oops. No.
You also have some fire coming at you, which I believe you're resistant to. Is that correct?
I am vulnerable to fire.
Oh, excellent. So you take 20 fire damage. And you're moved back 15 feet. Does that, in a straight line, does that cause you any to run into someone?
I don't know because literally everybody's
back?
invisible.
No.
I can't see two of the characters in the map. I'm going to refresh Astral in my turn to see.
Straight back. Straight back now.
It doesn't. You don't run into that, but you do run into that wall of the dip as you're going down into that thing, and that will give you 2 bludgeoning.
But that one's cut in half because that my stupid ability actually applies.
Wonderful. That's legendary, and that brings us to Threlnik.
Well, I am going to, I'm going to keep it simple and classic. I'm going to try to shoot an arrow in its face. Does a 26 hit?
A 26 does hit.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to click on that. And Thrunch for 29 points of... So shoot it in the soft bits is what you're saying, like this one.
Exactly. And so it takes 26?
Yep.
All right. Even with your deft shot, it occurs to you that your arrows are not very much of a match for its hide. It is resistant to piercing damage.
Okay.
Drat.
Even for magic sources?
It's magical?
Yeah, it is magical.
Okay, sorry. Then no, yeah.
That's okay. Okay.
All right.
And then I do that crawdad thing again, and critical success on my stealth. Ha 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 ha.
Excellent.
Yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right. As a legendary action at the end of your turn, it does nothing. But as a legendary action at the end of, or as its action on its turn, it's going to use its bite on, it's going to use a multi-attack, kicking off a bite. Does the bite, a 14 does not hit you, I assume, correct?
Which you?
I'm sorry, Ailey.
14 does not hit me.
All right, so as it chomps down, you miraculously avoid being actually wounded by its bite. However, it does use, because it uses multi-attack, it also gets 3 tentacles. So it's going to try to grab you with one of them, try to grab Manny with the second, and Hot Chick with the third. So the first one is a 22.
Oh, it's got reach.
Does that hit you?
Yeah.
All right, so you will take 13 bludgeoning, 7 fire. I need you to make a strength save.
Strength save.
Advantage and blast.
Okay, yeah, that does not.
Nope, even with the 4, it won't.
Nope, so you are grappled and restrained.
Okay, and I'm going to reduce my damage by 12, so I'm going to take 1 bludgeoning. And I am resistant to fire damage, so I will take 3 fire damage.
Beautiful. Next tentacle is coming at Manny. Does 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
So 15 bludgeoning, 8 fire, and I need that strength save out of you as well.
Strength save. Nope.
All right, so you are also grappled and restrained. And the last tentacle going at Hot Chick. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. 13, I assume, misses you.
13 misses, yes.
All right, so swing and a miss. And that brings us to the top of the next order. So that will bring us to Ailey. It is your action. What would you like to do?
All right. We're going to do some murder.
Doing the murder. You are currently restrained, so...
But I can still attack it, right?
Yes, but you're also grappled, so you're disadvantaged.
Okay. Or I can spend an action trying to escape the grapple.
Correct.
No, I just want to. I want to hit.
All right, so drop the disadvantage to see how that goes.
Oh.
Did I hit it?
24. Let you know in a second when the sheet starts behaving. Yes, 24 hits.
Yay!
Go and drop that damage. All right, so 16 bludgeoning. Is your attack magical?
No. But it deals an extra 1 fire damage.
All right, it is immune to fire.
Oh, that's not surprising.
So it takes 8 bludgeoning. All
Gonna
right.
hit it again.
17 bounces off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Roll disadvantage to see if you botch. Because I'm like that. Also on a 20, it takes a layer action.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what this one does. A burst of superheated water is directed at a target the heat eater can see within 120 feet of it. We will say Ailey. This creates a cone of superheated water that is 40 feet long and 5 feet wide. Each creature in the cone must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw. Somebody check on D&D Beyond real quick if you just auto-fail saves when you're restrained. Or if you just have disadvantage.
Restrained. I think that just drops your movement. Your speed becomes 1.
This should be a line, not a cone.
Attack rolls against a creature Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Disadvantage, okay. So straight line from Ailey. So Ailey and Hot Chick both get to make dexterity saving throws. Ailey, you are at disadvantage.
The paladin advantage cancels that one out.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
16.
And
All right. So you made your save. You did not, Hot Chick. You have
Nope.
danger sense, though, right?
I have no idea.
You're barbarian.
Yeah.
You have advantage on that save.
Okay. Nope. Not helpful.
You'll take 13 fire and 6 poison on the failed save. So half of that on the successful save.
I'm resistant to poison but vulnerable to fire.
Okay. So you'll take 26 fire and no poison. And then you will also need to make a Constitution saving throw,
Okay.
as there's hot detritus in this geyser of air that it blew at you.
A Constitution saving throw. I am in trouble. Like, lots of trouble. I did not make the save.
All right, you are blinded. Until you successfully save, you have to repeat that save at the end of each of your turns.
But I can kick in my living sense.
Yes, that gives you 20 feet.
At least avoid that.
Yep, that was the lair action.
That was the lair action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's going to use its action. Oh, let's not do that. Now it's going to use its action to kick off its multi-attack. Check. All right, so it's going to make a bite attack against Ailey. If that attack hits, it is also swallowed. Does a 27 hit?
Yep.
All right. So you'll take 15 piercing, 11 fire.
Bam.
All right. I'm going to reduce that by 12, so I'll take 3 piercing, and I'm resistant to fire, so I take 5 fire.
All right. You also take, while swallowed, you are blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks and effects from outside of the heat eater. And at the start of its next turn, you will take 47 fire and 38 slashing.
Retreat, retreat, retreat.
So you are in its mouth. That
shit.
also kicks off its multi-attack routine, so it's going to tentacle. It's got Manny already, so it's going to tentacle at Hot Chick 3 times because it does not see Rolnick.
Well.
The first one gets a 22, second one 25, third 20.
The 20 does not hit. The other 2 do.
All right. So I need 2.
Only hits me twice.
2 DC 18 strength saves from me, please.
Okay.
This is going to be a short fight.
Yeah. Given I'm actually supposed to have been taking double damage from everything this time, and I haven't been, I'd be dead by now. I'd be long dead by now.
Both of the saves, so you're actually not restrained.
Okay.
But you do suffer 20 bludgeoning, so 10. Oh, and an additional 26 fire.
Resistant to fire. Was that with the resistance? Without? Oh no, I'm vulnerable to fire. So.
Oh, so 52 fire.
So whoa, Fran made a noise. I didn't hear the number.
52.
I'm dead. I'm down to 0.
You dropped to 0.
I dropped to 0. Yeah.
All right, Manny. No, wait, hold on. I'm full of crap. Manny, it is your action. What would you like to do?
I want to use my Cloak of Latch to cast Blur on myself.
All right.
And I want to see if I can escape this grapple.
Make that strength save.
Come on, Manny. You strong. You are strong at heart. Come on, Manny. There we go, Manny.
Nice.
Did it. So you're loose. The
I'm
juice is loose. And you cast Blink?
As a bonus action, yeah.
Right. So all you got left is move. Where are you going with your movement?
So I'm going to try to move here. Then I'm still here.
All right. Rock and roll. Go ahead and hit your end turn button.
Oh, yeah.
Hot chick, give me a death save.
Oh boy. Is there a button for that? Here we go. Nope.
All right. So you lose 2 death saves.
I can reroll. No, I didn't have that. I didn't take the reroll one's ability. Never mind.
Go ahead and hit your end turn.
Oh God, I hate to say this, but my character is lawful evil, and it says in my background, I don't really give a fuck about any of you guys. I just need to know what's going on and report it back to the council. So,
Retreat.
yeah, Relinek literally is like, I will sing your death song before the council. Bye. 120 feet straight up.
All right. The Heat Eater uses a legendary action to make a perception check, but does not see you as you leave. I will deem that you have a fair escape and are gone.
I feel really awful about it.
I love that you're such a nice person that you feel bad about dictating the actions of a lawful evil character.
Like, my character is lawful good, and I feel like I'm okay with that because we're all going to die down here, but someone needs to know what's going on.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's just the other people who are like,
I would hope that you would go tell the Great Mother first, but
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the nearest person.
That water elemental might have actually helped with this. I actually don't know if that would have helped with this fight.
You're out of combat, so that brings us to the top of the order. That brings us to no, Ailey, you get your. Did I not give you your strength save to get out of the being?
I did not do that.
All right, so yeah, I messed up an order of actions. So you get to go. Then the layer actions happen. Then you'll get to go again.
Cool. I want to not be in the mouth.
All right. So you have broken its grapple. You're able to get free, but that's going to be your whole action for that suite.
That's fine.
As a legendary action, after you went.
You were clearly not meant to fight this thing.
I mean, you can. It's searing sights at you. Go ahead and give me a DC 20 dex save.
Neat.
Manny too. And she's no longer in the range where she has
but I am
paladin.
blessed.
You are blessed.
Manny as well needs a dex save.
You got exactly what you needed with that bless. Oh, and I guess Hot Chick automatically fails that save.
No, I'm dead.
I gotcha.
That's a third death save, though.
Yeah, Hot Chick boils away to giblets.
Yeah, that kind of sucked because.
Is there a body left that I can revivify if I'm still alive?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you survive, you can revivify.
If I survive, which...
If you survive.
All right, so you will take... On the failed save, you take...
You're muted, Fran.
I'm muted.
On the failed save, you
Well.
take 12 force and 17 fire.
Okay.
And are knocked back 15 feet, but you're already against the wall, so you will suffer 3 bludgeoning as well. On a successful save, you'll take half of the force and half the fire, Ailey. Adjusted by your... Did you say... And what were you going to say, Fran? Sorry?
She was making a joke.
I was just making a joke about, that hot chick has been boiled so hard that she's actually turned red.
Right. Exactly.
Lobster.
And that brings us to Ailey's action. Because that was the lair action. Now it's Ailey's action.
I'm gonna swim away.
All right, so you're using a dash, going
Disengage?
full movement as far as you can, or are you going to disengage?
I'm gonna disengage.
All right, so you get away, 40 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disengage is an action, then you can dash as your move action.
You
So,
can't dash,
right?
only if you're a rogue, if you have cunning
Okay.
action. Dash is an
Disengage is
action.
your action and dash is your move. And
Dash
move
is-
is your move. And then
Right.
move is your move, sorry.
Here
Yeah.
to attack it, or can I, is this also part of the creature?
Is what part of the creature? I'm sorry.
Is the colored part the creature, or is the area around the colored part also
Everything
the
that is color is the creature.
creature? Okay, so I cannot attack it with my hammer from here.
Right. So it will then, as a legendary action at the end of your action, move up to its movement, which is...
I have no idea how far 40 feet is.
I mean, you're going straight up, so it's a little bit difficult. Its swim speed is 60, though.
Oh,
So
neat.
it just swims up behind you. And that brings us to Manny. What you got?
Let's do this revivify thing on Heretric.
All right. Role players, thanks so much for the raid. How's it going? I saw that you were getting hit with the Twitch difficulties before we went live, so hopefully you got all that sorted out. You're witnessing us playing a charity stream. There's a donate button somewhere on my page, and I'm sure Tric will throw the link in the chat. We're raising money for a belated World AIDS Day because in America, it's horribly expensive to be sick with something that affects your immune system. So please donate generously if you can. So Revivify doesn't require you to make any die rolls or anything along those lines, right? That's just an action that you're
Your
taking.
audio went out.
It did?
Oh.
Am I back?
It
Yeah.
wobbled. Yeah, you're back.
Your audio wobbled.
Oh, sorry. So Revivify doesn't require a roll or anything, correct?
Nope. Come back to life with 1 hit point as long as you have died within a minute.
Beautiful. You come back to life with 1 hit point. Congratulations.
Good. Well, and I am out of rage, I assume, because I dropped.
You are not currently enraged, right? Your rage would have ended, so that comes to... I assume, Manny, you're not moving?
I'm moving after the creature.
Okay.
And that is my turn. Oh, and wait, not my turn. Just do a D20. I am in the ethereal.
Okay.
Oh,
Excellent. So you blink out. Whoop.
Yep.
And that brings us to the Heat Eater.
Oh,
So the Heat Eater is going to
I'm playing dead.
bite at Ailey.
Neat.
Assume a 13 does not hit.
Does not.
And then it's going to tentacles at you 3 times.
Gross.
Yep, it's getting very gropey.
Miss.
All of them?
Yeah.
Excellent. You deftly swim in between all of its tentacles as it's chasing after you, pissed off,
Nope.
livid. That brings us back to the top of the order. It uses a layer action to burst out a geyser directly underneath the only person who's still on the ground. Make a dex save for me, please, Heretric.
Doesn't matter, because if I take half damage, I'm dropping.
Oh my
It
god.
does not matter.
Um,
No. Doesn't matter. That was a waste of 1,000 diamond dust there on your revivify.
yeah, so you drop again, but you're only making death saves, right?
Yeah, I'm only making death saves again.
And then that will bring us to Ailey.
You know what? Fuck it. If it's gonna chase me, I'm gonna fight it, and I'm gonna die, but it'll be an honorable death.
All right. You turn around and hit it once with the warhammer. Your warhammer impotently bounces off of its hide.
Ah!
Just its AC.
Bless. Got that bless.
Oh, bless!
Add the
Don't forget
bless.
to roll your
Add the
bless.
bless.
The suspense is killing me. It still bounces off.
And
Its AC is 23.
Hit it again.
Bounces again.
Action surge and hit it again.
Bounces again.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
You got one more, though. You got one more.
One more.
That one gets
Yeah.
through. You
All
just
right.
work the same spot until it, like, gets...
Why won't you die?
From Hex heart I thwack at thee.
And of course, it's resistant to bludgeoning. So,
So you deal it 6 damage.
All that for 6 damage.
that's it. That's all I got, y'all.
That's fair. As a
That was a
legendary,
pretty damn good all, I gotta say.
as a legendary action at the end of your turn, it stares at you. Make a DC 20 dexterity save, please.
Shit.
Nope. You will suffer 13 force, 17 fire, and are knocked away from it 15 feet. So you got that going for you.
Neat.
Um,
Resistant of 8 fire, 13 force, so 21.
Yep. That brings us to Manny. You are in the ethereal plane, yes?
Yeah, so I'm going to pop back in, swim back down, cast my second and third level spell, Revivify.
No, but seriously.
I'm not dead. I just need to heal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, scratch that. I'm going to do the healing touch.
All right.
Which,
Yeah.
plus my charisma, so you get 10.
Yay! I don't know if it'll help, but I'll take it. I mean, if I could get in at, like, I could throw a lightning bolt at it if I.
And
All right.
then we will.
It's like I can
Stay here.
either rage or cast spells, and it's like, it's there's too many choices.
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah. Exactly.
Analysis. Hot chick, what would you like to do?
So wait a minute. When? Okay, this makes no sense. Okay, sorry, Tric. This makes no sense. It says that I don't get the auras until I rage, but when you rage, you can't cast spells. But the auras give you spells. So I
auras
haven't
give
been
you
casting the spells
The auras
because
give you spell abilities.
okay, and I hadn't been
You
using.
can activate them during a rage.
Okay, I hadn't been using any of them because I understand you can't cast spells while raging, and it says very explicitly you can't. So I literally like missed that connection. So fun. Okay, I'm awake and alive and actually get a turn. I will rage and cast a spell, even though it makes no sense. But that's okay. And I'm going to try to lightning bolt the monster.
Okay. That
does
will hit it.
Yeah.
Well, it will need to make a dex save, but it's a 100-foot line, and your
Yeah.
buddy is right in front of it too. So, Ayla, you will also
Well,
need to
I'm
make a dex save.
I'm not going to do it so that my buddies are can I do it at an angle that my buddy is just a
I
line,
mean,
right?
I don't know if you even can see that she's behind it. Like, she's swimming up. It swam after her. You're
but
below
they're
it.
swimming up, and I'm below at an angle.
Mm.
So
Sure,
I'm shooting
but,
it this way, and
like,
it's going this way. So, and it's only 5 feet wide. I don't see why it would hit her.
I mean, I don't. Sure. Well, I'll be nice. Why not?
Geometry and Dungeons and Dragons.
Because the way lines work is they're the shortest distance between 2 points.
Yeah.
And you don't see you probably don't even see her to know to avoid her. But
Can I move
it's
up
fine.
without
I'll
provoking?
let you can move wherever without provoking, yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. I'll just have it make it safe.
Okay, I'm also swimming up to try to get out of this horrible
deck save?
It is a deck save DC 17.
All right, so it takes half lightning. Okay, so it will take 16.
All right. And I think that's my turn because it was a bonus action to rage.
All right. So that brings us to the Heat Eater. The Heat Eater will use Incandescent Burst.
Oof.
And bottom. So it fails trying to hit Ailey with the Incandescent Burst. But that does kick off its multi-attack routine. So it's going to tentacle at Ailey.
Miss.
Misses with all three. You're like fucking, you keep saying miss like you're fucking Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. No! And it just misses you. All three of them miss. Swing. That brings us to the top of the order, the lair action. It's going to let go underneath Manny, and I believe isn't Hot Chick and Manny are right next to one another, right?
I swam
you
up
swam
40
up.
feet.
You swam up.
I'm only up 10 feet.
Manny, you're hit. Let's see how that turns out for you. DC 16 dex save from you, please.
Dexterity, but I don't have an ass anymore.
Oh my.
18!
Excellent. You take 6 fire, 5 poison.
Okay.
And that brings us to Ailey.
Right. My weapon doesn't do shit, but apparently the barbarian can make lightning. So I'm going to use the dodge action and try to distract it so that my companions can either escape or fight it, whatever they prefer.
Excellent. Your sacrifice is noted as it glares at you once again with its searing sight. Make a DC 20 dex save, please. Los. You're so blessed. Go for it. Woohoo!
Yes.
You'll take half damage, right?
Yay.
Oh, no. Yep. You take no damage.
Oh, wow.
You
Nice.
scoot out of the way.
Fuck off.
And that was its legendary action, so that goes to Manny.
Okay, we're going to swim up underneath it. And, yeah, not much to do, but hit.
Nice. One of those hits. The other one.
I will re-roll the 22 and see if I can maybe get another hit. No.
Good try.
And then, yeah, I will smite on this one. I think this is a level 2 smite.
Okay.
So
Nice.
10 magical piercing, 10 radiant.
Excellent. So it sucks 20 and is very upset with you.
And then I poof.
Nice. All right. Hot chick.
Okay. And to try to get out of the to disengage, I'd have to go past it.
You're not in its threat range.
I'm not in its threat range now. Okay. So
No,
because
I'm assuming that it and Ailey are still moving up at 40 feet per turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it now out of the
Yeah,
well?
it's out of the well at the moment.
It's out of the well at the moment. Okay. Because that's
And
the
you
main thing
can-
I want to try to do is get out of the well.
Feel that like the water is starting to get hot, like real hot.
I want to get out of here because like I'm vulnerable to hot, and I got 10 hit points left. So I'm gonna move and heal my butt with a cure wounds. 14. I'm healing myself 14. I guess. Yeah. I don't know
Excellent.
if it'll help, but
That brings us to the Heat Eater. The Heat Eater is going to try again with that incandescent burst at Ailey. It will have disadvantage because of the dodge action. Right? Is that how that works? Yep. Does an 18 hit you?
Yeah.
All right. It's 34 fire. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. And you're resistant to fire, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. You are blinded until the start of your next turn.
Neat. That's going to make dodging real hard.
And that does kick off its tentacles, which it still will have disadvantage on. 14, I assume, misses.
Yep.
11, I assume, misses.
Yeah.
And a botch, I assume, misses. It rips a tentacle loose, so it's down to only having like 8 now.
Ah.
But it does suffer 20 damage in the process.
17 hit points.
That ends its turn. That kicks off the layer action. We're going to try... Oh, not that one. Seething contamination. After the Heat Eater has left its roost, the magnesium vent starts rapidly affecting the water in the layer as well as blasting impurities into the water. Everyone in the chamber takes 26 fire and 12 poison, modified by your resistances or immunities.
what? Am I in the thing?
Yeah, it's everyone that's in this chamber that's within the 300 foot down that tunnel that you were.
So I'm still in the thing then.
So everyone that's in the chamber, yes. Like not just in that lower part, like the entire room.
So I drop again because.
Okay. And does that drop
Oh my god.
Ailey as well?
Wait, 26 fire and how much poison?
12.
Okay, so that is 13 plus 6, because I am resistant to both of those.
Excellent.
19. I'm not dead yet.
Excellent. It is your action.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to use my second wind ability and regain 1d10 plus 10 hit points.
Okay. You second wind. Nice. So it's 20.
Regain 20. Can I even... I'm blind, so I'm just gonna swim straight up.
All right, you're going to dash out.
I'm gonna dash.
All right, so your movement's 40, so that's 80. So you are already... All right, so you're about halfway out of the room. At the end of your turn... Oh, what am I doing? Wrong thing. It's Manny's turn, but at the end of your turn, the Heat Eater will use its legendary action to try to hit you with the Searing Sight. Dex save, please, Ailey.
Nope.
All right. You take 16 force, 15 fire, and are knocked back 15 feet. So 15 feet further towards the exit.
Yay.
And that is its legendary action. Manny, what would you like to do?
Is the temperature still like increasing and spitting out poison?
Yes. Yeah, and it's rapidly filling this entire area with boiling toxic water.
Gotcha. Then what I will do is I'll pop back in and be like, oh, this is all kinds of shitty.
As soon as you pop in, you suffer
yes, I am now
the damage from before. So that's
down to 12. So then I'm going to swim back down to Heretric and just give all 50
just get out of here, man.
all 50 lay on hands. I will never leave an ally. So 50 points of lay on hands.
Or your friends just feeling like terrible with this. I'll never leave an ally talk.
I'm a good role player.
So you gain 50 hit points.
I gain how much?
50.
50.
Lay on hands, all of it.
Oh,
Boom.
wow.
That was a powerful high five.
That was a
But that's all I got. So,
like,
and then once again start swimming up, and still here.
all right.
Heretric, at the start of
I'm
your
gonna
turn.
roll. I think I have to. So its AC is what you said?
Its AC is 23.
23. So I have to roll like a 14 to hit it.
Probably.
And
it's at the start of your turn, you do take the 26 fire and 12 poison.
So yeah, peeling me there was no point because I'm taking double damage from fire. So I just drop again.
Even
Yeah, that's why I was saying don't bother healing me because I'm just going to die every time because I'm vulnerable to fire. So
I can't leave you here, so I guess we're gonna die together.
It's double fire damage, so I'm dropped to 0 again.
No, you already took that damage this round, so you have the rest of this round.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You have an action.
I
was
just
forgetting
gotta
that you
run.
already took it this turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just gotta run because I can't. If I split in 3, I could potentially my chances of hitting it go up because I'd have 6 attacks instead of 2. But my hit points, I would last a round, and all 3 of them would die.
That's true.
Because they have like no hit points. So I can't do it enough damage. It would take me 6-7 rounds to kill it. So I'm just gonna fucking disengage and run. Or if I don't need to disengage, I will just dash.
You just dash
Hell
out.
out of there.
All right.
Yeah. As fast as, and I will use Long Strider
Excellent.
to go faster.
You start hauling balls out of there.
Yeah. So
As legendary
touch
action
myself.
at the end of your turn, it
so that's
uses its move to go back towards the hole.
Yeah, that's 100 feet that I would move.
It's
All right,
retreating?
you pass it as it seems to be heading back toward the hole. On its action, it takes the dash action and moves back to the hole, popping back in. And you can see as it reseals itself over the hole, you can see its wounds closing.
Oh my god, it's regenerating.
It occurs to you all that in this environment, this is beyond your ability to address. And you think to yourself, Hot Chick, you think to yourself, I was supposed to guide them here and then go back to the Elder Mother. That's probably what I should do. And Ailey, you kind of shoot out into the higher, colder water, and just take in a big lungful of water or a big gill full of water, and realize that you're going to need to come back in force if you want to stop this thing.
Yeah. I thank Manny for saving my life not once, not twice, but 3 times. Man, I owe you so much.
And Manny, what would you like to do? Are you going to stand and try to fight this thing to your inevitable demise, or are you going to...
I mean, with my 12 hit points, I should stay and fight it.
Right.
Unfortunately, my number one mission, as it has always been, is to take care of the Elder Mother, Petty. So I will salute it and retreat.
Excellent. And as you leave, knowing what's causing the environmental damage but being unable to personally address it, you are resolved that you will be able to rally together your people and come down here and sort out this heat eater.
Lots of fire resistances.
It seems like a my order, because my order, we work really closely with the heat vents and have developed a resistance to fire, but we're going to need some better weapons. Better
weapons and more soldiers.
Yeah.
And when you guys come swimming out of the chasm from up on a ridge nearby, you hear, "Huh, I'll be damned."
And it is very clear to you, by the way, as you see them swimming out of this hole, that they didn't come out on top of this situation.
Oh,
no. There's like scales flaking off. It smells like seared trout. Yeah. It's just awful.
Good burn scars for the rest of my life. That was horrific.
That, my friends, is an end to our scenario. So any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns before we wrap this thing up?
I mean, besides...
Oh, hello there.
That's typical. Sorry.
Yeah, it is very much designed to make you run away from the last fight.
Yeah, that was not clear that it was going. I mean, it was clear after the first round that it was like, this is not something we're supposed to fight.
Yeah, sometimes you run, sometimes you hide.
That was easily a CR 18, 19.
Oh
more.
God, CR on a heat eater? More than that, I think.
Yeah, I would say minimum, dead minimum, just for the AC alone. That would put it up potentially above 20, with that many hit points. Oh yeah, 272 hit points.
It's resistant to everything.
Yeah, that's
pretty much everything.
That's over 25. That's impossible.
It'd be high. But to that end, all y'all, thank you so much for playing. This has been a riot. Tric, thanks for writing it. This was a blast to run. And those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. Please, if you've not done so,
we sacrificed our lives so for you to donate. So please,
go support the wonderful charity for which we are raising money. And who am I supposed to be rating? Right? Tell me in the chat who I'm supposed to be rating. Oh, and if you haven't done so yet, please follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And join us on Mondays at 3 p.m. here when we're running Scarlands.
Which is a little less deadly.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you can watch many of the same people make many of the same mistakes.
Still deadly.
With slightly smaller scales, yeah. Stakes, I should say. All right, I'm going to raid McTastic, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good one, folks.
Bye!